setups on attack since it's been around for so long. What's kind of crazy to me is that there are people that play the game now that don't know what it was like before Mira was even in the game. That's all that concept always kind of blown my mind for a little while. That there's people who are like, "Oh my God, Mira's banned. What do we do now?" It's like, what do you mean? What do you do? You go back to year one, like season two.
I mean, that's
You just
very
go.
true. Players have gotten so used to running at Mira. I mean, mainly on those early year maps. So the later maps, she might not be as strong, but
Yeah, I'm a little frozen on my end. I can't see anything.
yep. Give me 1 second here. I got you.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was me.
I was trying to figure out how to turn you up here. It's hard for
Ah,
me to hear you personally with the game in the background.
yeah, I gotcha. So what I'm really wondering is one, where are these castles actually going to go? And then two, are we going to see Filthy try to save a castle for, the last 10 seconds, just trying to cut off a flank when the attackers won't have the utility to actually take it out? And we're definitely having a little bit of a spectator error. He seems to be holding something.
Doesn't look like he's gonna hold on to him there. Obviously, he's got one there on VIP. The double window, it looks like. I'm not sure quite where he uses third one.
I think he's saving it. I literally think he has it in his pocket. If we can
He
switch
doesn't.
back
He
to.
doesn't have it in his pocket. He's got
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't.
put
It's
all
weird.
three of them down.
Hmm. Oh, it's probably bottom sunrise. No.
No, doesn't look like that way. Goni's gonna pick up a kill onto Fultz though to start off the round. Jump on board with Goni here. Looks like he
Yeah,
had a
he
hole
just.
underneath that vertical gameplay from the defenders though instead of the attackers.
Yeah, he just smacked him right in the mouth through the floor.
That'll be Buck off the board now. Um, Not that the vertical gameplay is going to be a big thing here on this site, but also 2 frags coming off the board, so a little bit of utility gone now.
Yeah, the castle barricade getting opened up on big window. Goni's going to have to lay down and try to figure out the drone's going to come in, maybe spot him. Probably just gonna scoot around through the site real fast, figure out exactly what they have in store. Without the grenades on the table, they only have Merc to take out any utility that's in their way. Now that more and more Barbar is starting to get taken out, Goni's just going to wait for the inevitable push in. They do have Echo drones available for them to give him any extra intel that he might want, but the IQ is going to swiftly take out one of those Echo drones. Now Merc just getting rid of a little bit more utility and is going to be spotting Goni on the drone, trying to figure out exactly what his team can do to take him out. He is the primary anchor in this position. And Merc's going to rotate back around and go through luggage, actually going to go back outside to Aquarium, and then turn around and go back into the site. So there's a little bit of miscommunication as to what exactly needs to be going on. Prada is going to be watching his flank, while Art and Oasis are going to be trying to figure out where they want to come from, probably to open up the angle from VIP
Looks like they're
or to
still
take a little bit
downstairs
more
trying to
control
push those
downstairs. Oh, the
main
diffuser's
floors
actually gone
out.
down.
Atsa's just going to go ahead and get this plant down, though.
Oh, can he stick it? That was close, and he's gonna pay for it, but Merc's gonna trade it right back out. Now gonna be holding an angle inside of Aquarium. Art's gonna take out that kill onto Malachi down low, and now he's gonna rotate back around, almost getting wall banged. They do have
3v3
positive.
now though, so it's very capable of the defenders retaking this. Prod's going to take out Filthy though. Art's going to pick up a kill onto Affected. Now on 3v1, all up to Cloudstruck. Art will get the double kill there to win round 1 for OC. So just like we saw in game number 1 earlier today, OC just going ahead and running in there and getting the bomb down and just playing for the hold there and not even bothering with anyone else on the map, because when they did try to go downstairs and take out that blue barn sunrise, it cost them a ton of time and a couple of players, and they ended up losing the round. So now they're just going for that more aggressive push, it looks like, from Aquarium onto the site and just getting bombed down fast.
Yeah, the defenders definitely needed to have a more of a presence down low if they wanted to actually stop that plant and or throw the smokes from a different angle. But once Goni was pinned down behind that bar, and I don't think anybody had a C4 to actually take his position, that would have been the only defending option at that point, was to put Goni in a position to throw smokes more towards Aquarium and then have someone with a C4 come around the bar while the rest of the defenders watch the flank and try to get ready for an inevitable retake if the attackers utilize their time correctly and
So a good opening round coming out from OC there, even though Goni was able to get that opening kill there. It just didn't work out in their favor as OC was able to get that bomb down. Uh, I'm not sure how people allow the bomb plant to go down all the time right there. There are no smokes. I mean, he just ran in and just went for the plant.
Yeah, I think that the Echo drone getting caught out, and then once the Echo drone was gone and there wasn't any utility around, Merc droned for himself a little bit, relaying to the team obviously that there was, a lot of stuff cleared, but not not having anybody playing in the rotate hole to at least put a little bit of pressure, that not necessarily having to peak, but just having someone by that rotate hole to either throw a C4 or something like that was, I think, a mistake on the defense's part. Merc taking a ton of damage though, and they're
Again,
down. Okay,
Goni gonna come up
yeah,
with that opening kill on a Merc. I'm not sure he's playing the same exact position again. That's mind-boggling, the fact that they let that happen twice to him now. And the previous round, I mean, even Goni was playing right there. He can hear Plant going down to call out to anybody to peek that rotation hole. Malachi's going to pick up a kill elsewhere onto Art, so that's going to be Jackal and Ash off the board, and Merc has been one of their top slayers as well as Art, so a lot of slaying power going down there. Not a lot of utility loss. Obatsis is going to take out Malachi. That'll be the Jaeger off the board there. So Echo Smoke still on the board for the utility, as well as Cloudstruck, who I'm sure probably has a C4, which he does.
yep. Now he does if he didn't before. With that window being opened up, they're going to have to be careful. There are two on the rappel outside as Oasis has rotated his way back outside and is going to be coming up to the hookah balcony just to watch Prods run out.
Again, it
But
looks like they're trying to cut off all the rotations or areas that Aura could peek from here, so they can try and get that bomb plant down, which is going to be their best bet. But it looks like Obatsis is maybe trying to either get a kill here, or I doubt he's going to swing into this window. Unless the call-out's going to come that he has one pinched in the corner here. Here comes the
yeah,
rotation. So he rotates over to Aquarium now to try and get this plant down on that A bomb site again, which is going to be their best bet, being two-man down.
yeah, Filthy just watching the flank on the cool vibe stairs while Cloudstruck still aware that there might be someone playing on the window, but all the attackers have rotated off of the window, which I think inevitably will be a mistake. Oasis is going to get rid of the barbed wire and get ready for the eventual plant, shooting out the default camera. Now, wondering whether he's going to throw some of his flashbangs just to try to mask the sound as Prod's going to come in and look for that echo drone. He did spot it, but it was in a position that was unable to be destroyed. And now, just looking at that shield, they're trying to figure out exactly how they can get rid of it. The plant was about to go down, but Fultz has taken a ton of damage as he was probably below. A C4 is thrown out, giving Prod no damage and an extra hole to look through. And now the attackers, with only 20 seconds left, have to make something happen. Still trying to get rid of that echo drone. Will eventually get rid of it. And now Oasis is going to go for the plant one more time. Goni is pressing very, very aggressively up against the bomb. As he
Prod's
does
going
get
to pick
taken
up
down
the
by
kill there.
Prod is going to have to hold the angle and wait for Oasis to get this kill. As he does see Cloudstruck and is going to take him down as well. Prod's going for a third, but Fultz is going to get it instead. And now all the shots coming from Castle back in the hookah site is going to force the attackers back out as they inevitably hold for the plant. Filthy will take out Prod with a pistol, and now he's going to peek towards Oasis and will take him out as well. Now in a 1v1 with Fultz, both of them very, very low health. It's going to take one bullet from each of them to finish him off. Does Filthy know that he's immediately to his right? I think Fultz might have a shotgun out, and he's going to take him out instead. Well played by the attackers.
Again, I mean, a 4v3 situation, you know they're going for bomb plant. How everybody isn't collapsing on site in order to stop that is mind-boggling to me. The fact that, again, they let them get bombed down, and and they're not refragging on the initial frag from OC is just mind-boggling to me. And I know they have the frag power in order to do it. They're just little mistakes like that are going to cost you at this level. And at the next level, going into Challenger League, or if they ever wanted to make Pro League, things like that need to be traded out. You can't just let three people bottlenecked in Aquarium get the bomb down. I mean, I realize they're holding angles, but you can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, the C4 timing was just once again not optimal, but
Not
also they're having such a lack of intel because the echo drones are getting taken out. I believe that in this position, with the way that the defense is setting up, they should have maybe even gone for an IQ ban. What were the bans again that they chose? They chose Ying, Glaz.
Maestro and Valkyrie, or yeah, Maestro Valkyrie.
Yeah, I think that uh,
That C4 should have
people.
killed him, though. Was that not on the wall that he was right next to, or at least done damage to him?
Yeah, I think that it should have definitely done damage to him, but I think the reason it didn't kill him was because it landed on the floor as opposed to on the wall. If it landed on the wall and the explosion went outwards, it would have done it. But because it landed on the floor and the explosion went up, it only did peripheral damage to what was around it, as opposed to like all the way through. But I think that a lot of teams underestimate how powerful an IQ ban can actually be if your team is oriented around an echo play, which I don't know enough about Aurora to you know make that assumption of them. But given this scenario where a Maestro is going to be banned, I believe by them, and that's a very nice angle from Cloudstruck, going to be playing towards that north or excuse me south window as I think it was Merc going back up to the roof now. Cloudster just prepping for a run out, which that might have end up occurring with a repel in the big double window. I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped out at all. So now the attacker's just priming, getting ready for their attack, which will be onto the kitchen site. Cloudstruck is going to be holding these south stairs with an echo drone playing on the doorway coming from luggage, as now the drone is going to drone him forward down the 90 hallway. And they're going to try to figure out exactly if Cloudstruck can pick off any of these attackers. Malachi playing inside of theater while Cloudstruck watches his flank. So all of the defenders kind of stagnantly just waiting for the attackers to make something happen. Malachi is the one that is going to be the primary focus right this at the moment, and we do see Merc playing right at the luggage doorway. He's actually going to rotate onto the balcony and look through the rotate holes probably made by the defenders to stop a eventual window plant. Merc is in a great position here and could spot some defenders trying to rotate, but if the defenders have enough experience, they'll know not to peek from this angle, as Merc is going to try to open up more of a hole for himself. Goni now going to be calling that out, as it seems like the window plant is going to be the inevitable attacking position. Oasis is going to be going for the plant, is going to get taken out by Goni. Poor coverage from Prod, letting him go down, but great communication from the Echo drone, giving away Oasis's position. Now another kill from Art is going to take out Goni, but he's going to immediately get traded by Malachi, as Art is in the site. Malachi getting a second kill, actually not onto Art, excuse me, but he is going to be switching back and forth as the plant eventually does go down, and now it's all up to Prod in a 1v4 scenario. Can he figure out where to position himself so that he can pick up these 4 kills and prevent the diffuser from getting done? But unfortunately not. Filthy's going to actually take him out with a run out from Sunrise, and we're going to see Aurora get their first round on the board. Well played. They kind of let the attackers fall into their hands, just kind of lured them in, seeing that there wasn't too much of a hold on Sunrise Blue Bar side. Merc holding the angle from above. It seemed like they had everything in the bag, but with the Echo drone and Goni's timing, they were able to stop the plant from going down, and that's where everything kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I think they went for the bomb plant a little bit early there before Art could get the hard angle to watch that rotation from Goni onto Oasis there, which cost him that round basically. And then Malachi coming up with that double kill was huge. I'm not sure where he got both those kills at there. So OC going down their first round here on attack, but I expect them to come back stronger here on Hookah Lounge Billiards Room.
Yeah, attacking rounds on Coastline are really important, but I guess if you say it in that sense, it's like if you lose an attacking round, it's kind of like, that's going to give you a huge disadvantage when you go on defense, because it is so much harder at a high level for defenders to win on Coastline. However, we have seen teams in the past break that trend, and it's going to be up to Aurora to kind of hold off OC, because if they can end their defensive set 3-3, then they're going to be in a great position when they switch over to the offense to try to make the attackers, or excuse me, make OC kind of worried about what's going to happen to them when they do switch over. But now that they have one kitchen, they're going to go back to Hookah, not seeing Penthouse or Blue Bar or Sunrise coming out yet, and I have to think that they're kind of just falling into their default mindset, not really trying to throw OC off, letting OC get a little bit complacent. But at the same time, if you're not confident on any of the other sites, it only makes sense that you're going to see the defenders go back to the same one over and over and over again. Merc
Yeah,
now at the south window.
we didn't see Penthouse Theater at all last time OC played earlier today in that first map. OGC or OC, neither of them chose to go to Penthouse Theater at all, so that site's kind of been push to the side for the blue bar sunrise hold now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so sounds like Filthy's going to be putting a little bit of pressure in from the office side as he is going to get droned out. He's definitely going to get spotted and most likely pre-fired. Oh, yes, he is. He's going to have to run all the way back as he runs into Oasis's pre-fire coming from the blue bar window, I believe. Yep, coming through blue bar window. Very, very well executed pinch by OC to take control downstairs. But if I swear, if Goni gets another kill through the floor with his shotgun, I'm going to lose my mind. As Merc actually does take him out right as I say that. Oasis is going to drone out and miss a defender playing in the kitchen. Where did that defender go? As Cloudstruck is going to pick up a kill onto Merc. I think he just rotated past the drone and ended up getting that kill. Or maybe no, it was through the floor again. This hole, that angle is deadly apparently.
Right now, if I'm R, I'm gonna be playing a little more aggressive on this. I mean, you know what's coming. You need to either have someone rotated over towards Aquarium or something to stop this. I mean, they do have the 1C4 from Bandit and also the Echo drones. With Prod still on the board on that IQ, though, those Echo drones most likely aren't going to be too useful as they will get taken out eventually.
I think that the biggest problem here for Aurora right now is that Smoke is dead. That was their
Yes, Smoke
primary.
getting taken out early is definitely going to be going to hinder their ability to stop this bomb plant. They only have, again, that one C4. Otherwise, they're going to have to push right into those attackers holding the angles. So Cloud's still trying to find out if someone's underneath. Here comes the bomb plant. It's just going to be a fake to try and draw on a utility. Art will take out Cloudstruck. So there goes that C4 off the board. Now the bomb plant will start to go down. Affected, not going to be able to hit him with an Echo drone, so he'll push to try and get the kill. Prod will take him out. Last man standing here will be Malachi, and Oasis will finish him off. And OC again looking strong on their attacks so far this map as they go up 3 rounds to 1. And just no answer right now from Aura against these guys as far as that push goes from Aquarium. So maybe they should just switch up bomb sites because it's not going too well for them on that site itself. They just have no answer for it.
Yeah, they lost 3 defensive rounds already to that exact same Aquarium attack with small variance in the way that OC was executing it, but they're adapting and stacking up appropriately to the way that Aurora is setting up. So it makes sense that they would just execute the same attack over and over and over again if they can't actually, stop it. But what would be really interesting is I want to see how similar this blue bar sunrise defense setup is in comparison to that hookah setup, because I feel like if they set up similarly, they would do better. If they set up in a similar fashion to defend a different bomb site, but with their exact same positioning, I feel like they would do better, which
Well,
is
looks
usually not like the case.
they didn't choose to go with a mirror here, which might hurt them in the long run, especially on this site. That mirror is actually very useful for this site and also playing upstairs if they wanted to hold that strong. Now, OC did run that strat, like I said, on Aquarium the first time they played this map, round number 1 of the playoffs here. And OGC had no answer for it either, so OC's just going to run it until someone stops it, and so far nobody's been able to. And the fact that Aura let them get away with the same 3 maps that they just played and are warmed up on, it's kind of worrisome that they didn't ban any of those maps against them.
It can come down to a couple of different factors. The first is that they're confident after watching them play against OGC that they can come up with an answer if they're that flexible of a team, and the other is that
They were in a match. I don't think they got to see the stream at all, so there's no way that they watched this while they were playing.
does Aurora have a coach?
I'm not sure if they have a coach or not. I'm gonna tell you on that one. I mean, maybe
Well,
he
if
was
they,
watching it, but
yeah.
obviously it's not
So
helping if that's the case.
yeah, as Malachi is going to get taken out by Prod. That is Jaeger off the board as he is now moved all the way up onto the oil shield in kitchen. Is going to take a few shots at Mute and is going to get pumped by that shotgun and taken out by Filthy. Oh my gosh, those shotguns are so annoying to play against. They really are, especially when someone's really. Jeez, Cloudstruck taking out Fultz there as he just rushes in through hookah. Ill advised, but the plant is going down from Oasis. Where is that plant going down? Is it behind the blue bar?
Backside of blue
Has to
bar.
Oh, he's gonna throw the smoke, and it's gonna get a double kill, one on his teammate and one onto Oasis, as the diffuser has been planted. So this is actually a really, really bad position for Aurora, even though they did have the man advantage. Now Merc is gonna be able to watch the diffuser from the main lobby and desk, and Art's just gonna be holding this angle, taking down Cloudstruck, going now in a 1v2 scenario with two attackers in very, very strange positions based on their own setup is really what the issue is. So Goni is going to know that Merc is behind the desk. He's going to come around, try to go for the shots with the SMG, and is not going to win it. Merc's going to take him out with the pistol, just utilizing superior positioning. Didn't even need his main primary weapon there.
So again, unlucky C4 there. Filthy takes out the planner as well as his teammate. The fact that they let him get the bomb plant down again, I don't know. I don't know if I'm pretty sure Affected still had echo drones.
Yeah, affected is Echo. So what's he doing so close to the planner to not deny it, at least from a distance at first? Unless both of his drones got taken out by Prod, which Prod has been very efficient at doing. It's kind of coming to bite them. It's like, they wanted to ban the Valk, but
I
doesn't
mean,
it,
it's
like
possible,
see
but Prod got taken out early, so I don't think he was able to take out both of his echo drones over there in the blue bar area. I mean, I could be wrong, but
uh, it's hard to say. There's so many things happening all at one time. We can only spectate so much, right? So now Affected is actually going to be switching on to Legion, which I think that they really should have been running a Legion this entire time. I don't see why they haven't been. I mean, obviously Echo is a great operator, but at the moment, I feel like they could have put the two of them together and utilized them to slow down OC a little bit. I think that time management from OC has been really, really good. They've, always been in a position to try to go for the plant with more than a minute left, which is what you want to see at a high level play if you can get there. And I feel like it's a deficiency on the defensive side if you aren't able to force the attackers into a position where they only have, 45 seconds left to get the plant down. It's just a matter of wasting that little bit of extra 20 seconds. And if each of the defenders can manage to waste an extra 5 seconds, now it's, in the hands of the attackers to make something happen. But these things are so small and peripheral. It's a lot of times goes unnoticed when you're just in the actual game and playing. Prod coming from the main door, just going to be trying to shut down the main hallway as he throws a drone just to figure out exactly what's going on around him. As Merc is just going to be pre-firing a little bit, just trying to open up some angles. Art is going to push into VIP along with Merc at his back. They just want to open that hole towards the 90 hallway at the moment. I believe that they know for a fact somebody is there is going to open up the bathroom. Now one Thatcher is going to go out. Obasis is going to open up the wall, and they're going to try to dismantle this theater hold that Aurora has in place. I'm really interested to see where the attackers actually are. Cloudstruck is going to be waiting at an angle. All he has to do is wait, but he's going to be moving around instead. This is going to give away his position slightly as Merc is going to pick up one kill. And then at the exact same time, all of the defenders seem to be going down, but Cloud is going to finally pick up a kill onto Merc. He has to even it out a little bit here. Has to get at least one more kill to make this roam somewhat worth it. But Filthy's actually right at the door. So they're both completely off site, and Oasis is probably already in sight trying to plant if this game is going to be following the same trend. Cloudstruck is going to pick up that kill onto Art. Filthy is rotating back around. He's going to come up right behind one and take him down immediately, but Oasis is going to trade it out. This is a very aggressive defense coming out, but Prod is just still by the front door, able to cut off that rotation back to the site. And things are looking really good for OC. Yeah, Aurora definitely just tried to do a 5-man off-site roam.
yeah, I don't think that worked out too well for him there. OC's aggressive gameplay continuing to just dominate Aura right now as they go up 5 rounds to 1. We will switch though now, so OC will be on defense, and Aura will get a chance to get back in this one. They will need to win 6 rounds basically in a row right now in order for them to come up on top. But right now it's definitely not looking good for them.
So now we're going to see Mira coming out finally, and I'm really interested to see, based on the positioning of these Miras, what Aurora is actually going to do.
I don't think we're going to
So
see anything different than the typical setups that we usually see. I'm pretty sure Art's going to set up the one that we just saw, and then upstairs they're going to go ahead and hold that theater room with one facing. Pretty sure it'll go in theater room here.
you mean in the
Correction,
actual
it's going to
hookah?
go hookah. My bad.
Yeah,
They're going to
yeah,
set that
actually
second
in
one up in
hookah.
hookah, going towards billiards, so they can
It
hold
makes
upstairs.
sense. It makes sense that those are the positionings, and there's kind of like a, you know, a higher level, at high level gameplay. Those mirror windows are strong, but I wouldn't be surprised if Aurora put someone out on the purple tarp and just put him out there, peeked the window, killed Mira, and opened the window, and then decided to push from aquarium side. I I I I feel like that would just be the most logical decision. Like if anyone's gonna hold a Mira window in hookah, you just go to the tarp and destroy it. Like I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. Um, Malachi now coming into the office, just gonna be looking around, gonna be opening up the wall, which is actually gonna be putting them in a position to go for a plant immediately. But Filthy has been downed. What did he get downed by? I'm really confused. Did he just get shot through the wall and
It
Oasis
looks
doesn't even
like
realize he?
Oasis, yeah, must have taken him down there, but he doesn't realize he got him down, and it looks like Affected is gonna possibly get the revive here. So, oh,
Yeah, this
Oasis
is
is
a.
gonna peek it
Oh,
and get a.
oh,
Oh,
jeez.
correction, Fultz will peek it and pick up Affected, but Cloudstruck somehow trades that off. But another player down, Merkel did kill out there onto Filthy.
Oh, and now another player down that they have no idea is down. That's kind of awkward.
So a lot of down players here. Merc is not gonna get revived. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
there's
all
no
up to
way.
Oasis, Art, and Prod here.
Yeah, it's still in a 3v3 scenario.
Oasis very low on health though. It's only gonna take, you basically spit on him right now. He's gonna die. So
He's going to be sitting back so far in the site. He's going to have a little tiny hole to throw smokes through, and just going to effectively utilize his operator's utility to the best of its ability. All they have to do is waste about 20 more seconds to really put the attackers in a bind here. Cloudstruck is going to be holding this angle from kitchen, making sure that nobody can rotate. But now he's going to get off that angle and maybe go to the main hallway. I'm not quite sure. Art is still above, and Goni's going to pick up the kill onto Prod through the floor. Now Goni going for the plant. Is Oasis in a position to throw a smoke? And he's not. Art is actually going to be looking down at him. Can he find him? Yes, he does. Right before the plant is able to go down. Now with full control, they're going to throw the C4 down. Malachi's going to pick up the diffuser, dodge the C4, and now is going to almost run into. Oh my gosh, he's just running into sight. And he's going to spin around and get killed by Oasis, who is just sitting behind the bar the entire time. Now Cloudstruck's going to push in and take down Oasis, but he's going to be very, very hurt. And now it's all up to Art, who's going to have to play this very, very cautiously, as Cloudstruck's definitely going to have some kind of knowledge that from where he's coming from. They know that he was upstairs, so he can only come from so many different places. Art now in the hallway, going to peek towards Cloudstruck, going to take a ton of damage and finally get taken out, as the attackers will win and give Aurora their second round. That came down to the wire. Some really awkward positions, too. Do you think that Aurora can come back here? Just because they're on
uh,
attack?
I don't know. I feel like OC is a much more coordinated team, and they're just a very aggressive team, and especially say the next two maps, which is Bank and Consulate, plays heavily in OC's favor just because of their level of aggression, and not to mention they've been playing together for so long. I think they
Yeah.
have a little more experience, and that's going to come into play in the long run here, as you could tell by their setups alone. They're just more coordinated. Their setups are a little better. They're a little closer to what a pro league setup would be. So
Yeah, Aurora not looking as coordinated, that's for sure. But I feel like given how attacker sided this map is, I definitely don't want to count them out by any means. But they're gonna have to fight each of these rounds tooth and nail and minimize the mistakes that they've been making if they
I
want
mean,
to act
right
if
there,
they
they
even want
barely
to
won
tie
that
it up.
round. They barely won that round.
Yeah.
OC was almost able to clutch that up. There was a ton of trade-offs there. But again, I mean, Aura's just not there. That round they did it, but they're just not there trading off the kills they need to trade off in order to stay on top as far as the player count goes.
Yeah, now I want to see the difference in the way that OC sets this up. So they have the same holes facing towards the courtyard, and I'm assuming that they're going to have some kind of a roam going on upstairs. They did open the hatch, and then Art immediately rotated back, so that tells me that there's going to be either Fultz is playing up in theater. This is the other mirror window that you were talking about
Yep.
before. So Prod is going to be watching the south stairs. Could get taken out by Goni. They're very, very close to each other. And Goni, if all he has to do is hit the window and look through, and ends up not doing it. I think he just looked through with his IQ scanner to try to take out any lesions that he could find. Prod is going to be playing on the little step up in the hallway. There's usually a vase in that position. He obviously destroyed it. Malachi now going to be rotating background, picking up his own drone as he and Affected are both going to be rotating somewhere. Not quite sure where they're going to be going at the moment.
Looks like they're going to be
Still not.
pushing in that Sunrise, take Sunrise blue bar side.
Yeah, this is kind of something that we saw. This is something we saw OC do when they attacked Kitchen, and it kind of played into Aurora's favor. I'm kind of curious to see if they're trying to do the same thing. Merc is playing inside a blue bar right now. I believe that was Merc playing over there.
There's nobody on site really besides Art, so or Oasis, correction. So it's only going to be a one-man on site if they're able to push this heavy right now. But they do have Merc, what looks like he's in blue bar to have that cross angle for anybody who pushes across. Filthy's going to pick up the kill onto Art, so that'll be mute off the table.
We also saw Prod playing on the cool vibe stairs. So OC is gaining intel appropriately and rotating with good assumptions. Cloudstruck is going to be opening up that theater wall. Not the theater wall, the VIP wall, and I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is at the moment. Just because I don't think that I guess he's trying to watch so that nobody can rotate around, and the only person that would is Fultz, but he would just go down the hatch next to the kitchen.
Prod's up
The
there
kitchen
playing
door.
above the kitchen window, so he's trying to defend against that kitchen window push.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what's happening. Okay, that makes sense now, a little bit, but he's not going to be in a
Frag's
position.
just going to miss him there.
Yeah, he's not going to. Prod's not going to ever be in a position to get shot from that angle. There's no way. Flashbangs are going to go down. He's going to take a few shots towards Cloud. And now Effect is going to be taking a ton of damage as he moves into sight, getting taken down by Prod from above still. Now Malachi looking towards Merc, but Merc's going to slap him off the game, and Fulton and Bosses take out the rest of the team. As Filthy does get in and get one trade, but wasn't enough.
So a ton of kills coming out there from OC as the push came down with everybody just jumping in sight, and Aura just not able to win their gunfights. Again, OC, I thought it would be a little bit of a closer matchup given these guys, Aura's rank star status. For a lot of these guys, they're pretty good slayers, but OC's overall competitive gameplay wise is just a level above these guys. I think they have a lot to learn from the matchup here tonight.
I think it's a lot of has a lot to do with, just like you said, experience, the amount of time spent as a team. You
Yeah, I
can't.
mean their coordinations. They're much more coordinated. Their attacks are um, more put together.
I think if you want to break it down to the basics, the one thing that OC will absolutely have, because of how long they've spent as a team, is their communication and their positioning based off of of the way they know that each other play. If that makes sense, just knowing that.
Yeah, I'm sure that if we could hear the comms, I'm sure OC's communications is probably much better. Um, and like you said, I mean they're just more coordinated. They have more experience as far as comp play goes. I'm pretty sure Affected just turned 18, like right before qualifiers even started, if that.
Yeah, Filthy was going to spot Prod hitting that window inside of communications. Um, but he's not definitely not going to have spotted him moving back upstairs unless he's going to jackal track his footprints from the main door, which is a possibility, but probably not the priority. Filthy is going to take a little bit of damage now, I think, from Art. If the weapon sounds were making a little sense, Merc's taking a bunch of damage as well as Cloudstruck is going to be taken out by Merc. Not quite sure from where, but that is the Hibana off the board, the only hard breach. And it doesn't really make that big of a deal, but now Merc is going to be holding this angle by the main desk and is going to be killed through the kill hole that I believe he made. I believe
I'm
Merc made
pretty
that
sure Merc made
earlier.
that, and that's where he picked up the opening kill there on the Cloudstruck. So that'll be Habana off the board, so there won't be any hard breaches to open up any lines of sight here.
Yeah, this is the castle pick is proving to be very, very strong right now because it's going to force Zofia to utilize her utility here. Note it, and then the problem at the same time though, Filthy needs to cover the main hallway, and he's not going to be able to efficiently do that without server control. And also with that castle being there, it's just proving to be a big problem. In fact, he needs to take this one out. He's going to see the mirror window now facing him, so it's kind of like the defense right now coming out from organized chaos is kind of like the layers of an onion, and the attackers don't have enough utility to take out everything, especially with Hibana off the board not being able to take out those mirror windows, even if they were able to do that. Castle is going to get spotted, however, in the courtyard and is going to almost get taken out, but it's actually going to be a trade. So a good trade there coming out from Goni in the proper position to spot Fultz vaulting over. But now that Zophia's off the board, the castle and kitchen, I believe, is still closed, right?
I believe so, yeah. He didn't open up the
Yeah, that's
castle
good.
and kitchen, and Ash was already off the board, so all their soft breachers is going to be gone now in order to open
Yeah,
up any of those lines of sights.
that's a big that's going to give a lot of comfort to the defenders. They're going to have so many avenues to move around and rotate, just has so much space, and I feel
Yeah,
like that's
castles.
something that the attackers can do very efficiently on Coastline, which makes it so attacker sided. But now that Oasis is being tracked by Jackal, it's going to kind of put him in a good position a little bit. Goni's going to go for a long angle, do a little bit of damage to Art, but he's still unaware of what's going on above him, placing his claymore down just to make sure he doesn't get flanked. But there's so little time left. I'm not sure that the defenders are even going to put themselves in a position for that. He's going to get rid of this barbed wire and is going to have to go for the plan as Filthy watches him. But Prod is above, just waiting. One smoke is going to go down. And Goni has to push. There's nothing he literally has to push. There's nothing else he can do, and he's going to get hit by two legions. Have to take them out. Prod is going to get downed and killed by Filthy, but Oasis is going to take out Filthy, and Art is going to throw a C4 to take out Goni. So that is the first map off the board, and OC just showing how strong they can be when they're comfortable and given enough space.
So maybe this isn't a very strong map for Ara. I'm not sure who picked this. I'm gonna guess OC maybe picked it. I
Mm-hmm.
could be wrong there, but as you can see, not a strong map at all. Affected going 1-8, so he's
It's
having a really
rough.
bad game there. You can't have that if you're gonna stay on top, especially against a team like OC with this amount of experience they have. As they're gonna end up going on map number 2, which is gonna be Bank, and again, these guys played really good on Bank last round. So, or round number 1, so that could be an issue all in itself for these guys, especially, like I said, OC being an aggressive team and being more coordinated. Could be a big issue for Ara right now, especially on a map like Bank where you have that free ability to roam as much as you can on it, and there's so many rotations. So that could come back to hurt Ara's team right now. We get ready for map number 2. OC will take map 1, 7 rounds to 2 in dominating fashion. We're going to have a quick 2-minute break here as we two teams get ready to start the next round. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little bit closer.
Mm, I don't know. I think that OC and VG are kind of shoe-ins in this bracket style.
OGC really was strong that first map. I thought OC was going to win it and it would be a close match, but OGC ended up taking the map number one, so they had a shot at beating OC early on, which would have been a huge upset. A lot of people's book, though.
Yeah, that would have been a big surprise.
Yeah, I would say the front runners are definitely VG, given the fact that they went 24-0, I believe, in Challenger League qualifiers. Coming up to the playoffs, they're still undefeated. They're going to be a very strong lineup going into the Challenger League. Um, Going for a
Hmm.
shot to take that first, second seed. I know they've scrimmed or played some of the top Challenger League teams, and they are able to beat those teams. And they even competed in the what was it, the national playoffs, the U.S. national spot, or what was it where
Yeah,
they played the? It was a pro league team, I believe. I mean, they kind of memed, but even when they were memeing, they still were dropping kills. And I'm sure if they played,
yeah, it was it was I can't. I think they played against Dark Zero. Is who it was.
Dark Zero, yeah.
And I
So
just I specifically remember watching some highlights of I think Intero's stream and seeing you, yeah, like you say, like, oh, they were memeing like kind of loosely. No, they were full on like putting bulletproof cameras on the floor facing the ceiling. Like it was absurd. Like they had they were playing against them on bank, and they had a pulse downstairs in gold, or they were supposed to have a pulse downstairs in gold, looking to gather that intel when they go for the backwards plant and server. But instead, Pulse is like up an open area getting slapped, and then they're just pushing site and planting the diffuser with like a minute and a half left. Like they were not they were not prepared for that match, whether they want to call it one thing or another. But it was very funny to nonetheless to see some of the stuff they were doing. And I think that some of the people that were watching it and commentating with Intero, like like easily and slash hug and some of those guys, they were like, oh no, they don't need a mirror, they have a doc, you can just get all the kills, it's fine. Like, and then they're talking about, like, they're like, oh, the bottom fragger isn't allowed to play doc, he has to get on cams, and the top fragger gets to play doc on defense. Like, it was just like such like little fucking little things.
yeah, I mean
Absolutely
the fact that they
hilarious.
were memeing, but I'm pretty sure it would have been a very close matchup. And Dark Zero is one of the top pro league teams, top four for sure. Um,
Oh, absolutely. I think that I don't understand how they falter so hard sometimes. I feel like sometimes they kind of fall short to what I would consider their pedigree. Um, it's very interesting. So we're gonna see Glaz coming out again on the ban phase. Is this how many times has Glaz been banned? Excuse me, in
I
all
mean,
these
it's
matches.
one of the highest pick bands that you're gonna see. Coastline's a strong map for Glaz, depending on how he's used. It's just something that you don't want to deal with. You've played comp before. I mean, I've played comp.
Yeah.
Glaz is one of those characters. It's a one-way deal. He can see through smokes, you can't, and you just don't want to deal with it. He can be uh, very hard to defend against, especially when the bomb plants are coming down if he's still on the board and with a
Do,
well-coordinated team. So
what do you think of the supposed change to Glaz and in the future? Have you heard anything about that?
I haven't read about it. Are they switching him back to the old Glaz?
No, they're kind of toying around with the idea that Glaz would only be able to see through smoke using his thermal scope while standing still.
I think that would. I don't think. I don't think a lot of. I don't know. I don't know if he definitely would be. You would see his pick rate go down and his ban rate go down as well. I think it definitely would make him a lot less of a strong or an OP attacker. So it could be a good little balance where he still gets to see through that thermal smoke or see through the smokes, but at the same time he's not as strong of a pick as he would be. So it could be that kind of in between balance that he needs.
And I think that also with the changes to the way that shields are going to work, I believe that if teams were going to utilize that style of glass, if that's the way that it gets implemented, shields would literally sit like crouch level so that Glaz can look over them while he's looking through smoke and the shield's just kind of sitting there blocking bullets.
We'll have to
That's
see.
just kind of
We'll
yeah.
have to see how it plays out if they decide to go that route. But I mean, I think it's a liable nerf to him to make him, like I said, a little less of a strong pick for the attackers because right now he's just in a position where he's very OP. There's no hard counter to him really,
Yeah.
and especially with his weapon being as strong as it can be at the pro league level, where everybody has very good shots. It's
Hmm.
just a headache to deal with.
So the Maverick ban is kind of confusing to me in the sense that why wouldn't you just take Hibana off the board? Like as a like why give the attackers that ability? Like
Yeah, I'm kind of.
make them a little bit more predictable because with Hibana on the board, they can do anything. They can decide to drone you out, evaluate your defensive positioning, and then just choose the way they attack. As opposed to if you get rid of Hibana or
Maybe
get rid of
the
Thermite.
band's probably coming out because upstairs, when they hold upstairs, they don't want to deal with the Mav holes uh, facing into that B bomb site. So that's probably why the Mav band's gonna come out there. That way, with no Mav, they can basically impact shuffle any of the charges going out there. So they're
Yeah.
still not gonna be able to thermite, and they don't have to deal with the small holes from Mav because that kind of cost them a few kills last time they played this map.
That does make sense, but I really like the way that Aurora is playing this right now. Strong emphasis on the server hold. Affected, however, using his C4 takes out Thermite. That's a big one. That's important. But he needs to be back now. He needs to rotate back. And here we go. We are going to see him rotate back into gold, most likely to gather that intel. Yep. Perfect. Perfect positioning right now. Malachi is just going to play his life inside a server and is going to pick up a kill onto Merc. So OC kind of faltering here, not really having enough soft destruction to get rid of all of the utility that's been placed here in the server. The shield is a big issue for them. The barbed wire as well, so they can't push through. Affected giving intel from inside of gold. This is all playing into the hands of Aurora, and I think that what you said earlier might actually be true at this point about Coastline was probably OC's pick, and based on the way that they're defending, ooh, what a shot! Coming out onto Prod is going to pre-fire towards the hatch, not get flashed, and is going to be destroyed by Fultz. But now Fultz is going to have to take a ton of gunshots from inside of Red Hallway. Now moving forward, Fultz and Art are going to have to figure out exactly what to do. Art does have smokes, and the smokes are going down, but then it's going to be counter smoked immediately with 30 seconds left. So it's kind of good right there. Goni's going to pick up that kill onto Art. Actually, Filthy will steal the kill with the Maestro. And now Fultz is going to take a little bit of damage, but run in at the same time. Now waiting for the peek from Red Hall, switching back into the hallway, and is going to get taken out by the Maestro as well.
Filthy with a double kill coming out from that Maestro camera. We might have to nerf that soon too.
I think that if Maestro just had less rounds in his magazine, he'd be fine.
A little more
I really,
recoil, little less rounds.
yeah, maybe a little bit more recoil. I just think that less rounds is what's really needed.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of clutch rounds because of
Just having more bullets.
yeah, basically just having more bullets, and his gun is strong as hell.
Right.
So this is Executive Lounge CEO hold. I think this is the area where you're gonna see that Mav ban, why it was picked to begin with.
Hmm.
So they're able
Yeah.
to. I'm not sure if it was Ara or OC who banned it, but that way they can be able to impact shuffle that. I'm pretty sure Aura, I'm gonna guess, banned Mav. Um,
Yeah, I'm really interested because like what you said is true. Now they can utilize the impacts to stop any thermites or hibanas that are coming onto these walls from Skylight, but there's only one set of impacts. And
that's
there's
true. I think
if
OC did the
thermite
ban. That's why the OC you might see the impacts another set come out.
yeah, it's curious in that regard because there's only 2 impacts and there's 5 pieces of hard destruction,
Yeah, and
you know, it
Filthy
doesn't
just used
really.
one impact on a hatch just now, so I'm pretty sure OC
Yeah.
made that ban.
Yep, that makes sense. So this position that Filthy's in is actually really, really strong, and I'm surprised they don't have Malachi trying to play it with the dock because he can have that long angle down the hallway and hold the gold stairs pretty efficiently. And if he has the hatch down below, he can obviously have a way out. But Merc's gonna be playing along with who is that on the window below him? I can't even tell. The ACOG is literally blocking it. Looks like, oh, it's Oasis. He's gonna be opening up that long angle as Malachi does get taken out by Art. Was he trying to run out from below? Is that what just happened?
What's that?
So was he trying to run out from below? How he just died, or was he just in sight somewhere?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
Oh. Well, now that the long angle has been opened up by Oasis, he's just going to cut off a ton of rotation now. That's the hallway and the skylight staircase, except for inside of the janitor's closet, is going to be fair game to the attackers if they decide to push it. Are they going to figure out where Cloudstruck is actually playing? And that Merc will actually take out Filthy right at that moment. So elevator, the entire hallway is going to be taken out. This is a main lobby take from OC. I'd like to see them rotate someone around to a different angle. Ooh, Merc almost getting TK'd by Art. Wanted to viciously take out that bulletproof camera. That could have been a disaster, as Cloud is actually the one getting spotted on that Jackal, which is exactly what I thought. Art's just going to hold the angle, holding him in place completely, as he is going to get scanned again. Fultz is going to trade that kill back onto Goni, and now Cloudstruck's just going to be trapped inside of stock. Art missing a few of his shots now is going to push into the site as Affected is playing inside of the closet. He's just going to be shot down through the holes that they have so that nobody can actually push in. Sledge is going to push in, get tagged up a little bit by Affected, but he's going to not drop. I thought he was going to drop there for a second. That might be disastrous if he accidentally does. Cloudstruck wants to go for some kind of a flank, but he's just getting spotted the entire time. The diffuser, however, is down. Cloudstruck has the diffuser, and now he's going to get pinched from all different sides from the attackers. Prod and Fultz are both very, very low as he's now just going to be holding an angle. There's tons of intel being given to him by the Maestro cameras and his Valkyrie cameras, but he is getting spotted as well from the Jackal track. This is ridiculous how much like indirect intel is being given as a grenade's going to come flying in and finally un what's the word I'm looking for? Unhinge him from his position. Let's see how much of a Kobe that was. Practically perfect.
Looked like Valkyrie was sleeping on the job there, laying on the desk.
I just thought it was funny how all the attackers were being spotted and Cloudstruck is getting spotted by Jackal at the same time. So it's all like it's like they all knew where each other were all at once.
So again, OC showing their dominance there is a very strong attack coming out from there, taking main lobby and pushing that side of the map. Something we didn't really see in the previous game they played, as OGC was unable to change up their gameplay. They could just constantly push from Skylight, and it hurt them big time instead of rotating and making the call out to try and push from the main lobby side. So we're
I
gonna see
think that
bomb site now. What's that?
I was just gonna say I really like the way that OC attacked it coming from the main lobby side. I mean, obviously putting someone on top of the garage immediately is kind of something just to set the tone for the defenders to say, okay, they are going to put someone up on top of the garage. And then having Oasis open up that long angle from the hallway, trapped Filthy inside of the elevator. They knew Filthy was going to be playing in there, probably based on some of their peripheral droning in the prep phase. And then Merc went underneath and just killed him. And now once, Filthy's gone and they have the long angle opened up. Malachi got killed as well early off in the round. Not quite sure from where he got killed. It was obviously going to depend on where Art was coming in from. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to flank from down low somewhere and Art was just like holding an angle at the shelf inside of ATMs or something like that. Something ridiculous. But this is actually a really nice angle, but I doubt we're going to see anybody try to come through that window. I'd be really surprised. I haven't seen anybody try to enter through that window in probably a year.
Looks like the attack's gonna come from the opposite side this time, anyways, coming from Skylight side.
Yeah, I think they just want to add a little bit of versatility to their attack, try to keep the defenders guessing because, on bank, if the attack is just cookie cutter over and over and over again, predictable. the defenders can more easily adapt. As big as the map is, it takes a lot of droning, a lot of coordination to actually lock everything down.
They have
So
rotated the main lobby here as Fultz does have bomb on this side, so it does look like they actually are going to push from main lobby once again.
yeah, I'm really curious to see if Filthy's going to fall victim to the same kind of attack, as Malachi is trying to watch towards Lone Office from on top of the table, and he does have a bulletproof camera watching into the main lobby, at least coming up the stairs. So now Art is going to drone him out, and he's going to rotate a little bit, but those castles are still giving him protection on top of Banana side. So now another drone coming in just to try to spot him, and he's actually not going to be able to see that drone. Merc is going to be taking control from down below, and now Art's going to open up this angle and try to throw a grenade through. I'm really interested to see if this grenade actually hits anything, but it does not, obviously. Merc taking a ton of damage, but will win the fight onto Cloudstruck instead. And now Prod outside the front door is going to have to be pushing his way in. Malachi just trying to hold his position up at Banana, trying to make sure that he gives his team a little bit more time to set up for this inevitable, very, very strong attack that's going to be coming out. No more grenades coming out from the attackers, as they are going to be pushing up the gold staircase, going to be waiting through that barbed wire. Some flashbangs coming out onto Malachi. He's going to turn away, not be flashed. Could go for a pre-fire on the gold stairs, but there seems to be sort of a holdup coming from OC. They seem to be taking their sweet time here, as Art's going to finally get killed and taken up, trying to push up that staircase. Malachi needs to be removed from his position if OC wants to have any kind of, effective attack moving forward. They have rotated onto the north windows, and it seems like Filthy is just going to be still sitting inside of this elevator, waiting for any kind of push that might try to dislodge Malachi from his position. Goni now just waiting inside of the closet is going to be taking some shots from Merc, who has rotated over to the square staircase, as Malachi is going to take some shots and Filthy's going to try to trade that off, but instead it's going to be a full trade out, as Affected is going to get 2 kills. Fultz is going to finish that kill onto Filthy, and now I think it's Oasis still playing on the north side windows, which isn't going to prove to be very, very effective, as Merc tries to push in from the opposite side and gets killed. He's going to try to swing in now and going to almost get those shots onto Goni, but has to push forward, as Malachi is going to be rotating back around. And now, knowing that now that Goni is inside the closet, he's going to pick up an easy kill onto Oasis, who was literally running out of options at that point.
So two rounds so far for the defenders here are trying to get back in this and get a map on the board, as they did fall map number 1 to OC, which was on Coastline. So far their defenses are going pretty decent for them. Again, this is probably more, I don't know, would you say it's a defender-sided map?
I'd say at the highest level, I'd actually say it's pretty even. But in general, I'd say yes, it is defender-sided because of how difficult it is sometimes for attackers to efficiently drone and actually lock down the defenders, forcing them into positions where they're not able to rotate anywhere. And when I say that, mainly I'm referring to each of the staircases. So the 2 staircases that go upstairs, well, there's 3 on the second floor, but on the first floor, if you can just get 2 attackers to watch those staircases and watch them the entire time, you can focus the rest of your attack on the opposite staircase and never have to worry about your flank. But it's just so difficult because the map is so big and there's so much you have to drone out. You see a lot of attacking teams it seems like they're not doing anything for a minute and a half.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure at this
but it,
level, you know, a team that was really good at that back on Xbox was Excellence, or one percenters. Nobody probably remembers them, even though they won a championship. But very good at this map, man. They would have this site, you know, droned out from top down, and it all comes down to just time put into the map, having your drone set up in locations where you can quickly say, you know, third floor is clear. All right, we're moving to the second floor, but it's done within 30 seconds. That floor is clear. Your drones are set up, and now you're just focused on that second floor and working your way down this map. Um, you
one
know,
thing I want to point out right now is how quickly OC is in open area. And while like this is what you want to see from an attacking side, getting these hatches open quickly and establishing that there is nobody upstairs, that gives me the impression that Aurora have a strong emphasis on trying to get back up the main stairs to flank and utilize those hatches to go for a retake. But if OC just literally have someone sit there, that's never going to happen. If someone just sits on the main stairs and make sure no one rotates, it's not going to happen. And the other thing I want to point out is that if, which they are set up the exact same way with, I believe, Malachi playing in the server. And I don't know if Pulse is playing on the stairs this time, but he kind of was before. Um, I don't think they have enough soft destruction to actually dislodge Malachi and affected without trading
Now
out
they do have
bodies.
those Yang Candelas though. If they wanted to just Yang down, that's probably why they brought them for this server side push here. In order to get these guys out, as Pulse is going to get taken out by Merc trying to rotate back down to site as he wasn't able to catch him on the heartbeat sensor there. Oasis will jump over and take out Malachi. Goni will trade that out. Again, that'll be Thermite off the board, but they still have the Habanas. She did use her Habana X-Kairos charges on hatches, though, so she's not going to be able to open up any kind of a rotate into that A bomb site, so they'll be forced to push through the doorway here.
I think that this position still favors OC, even though they do, yes, have to push through the doorway. I want Prod above the main site hatch to throw Candelas into red hallway. That would completely destroy everything, and I think that's literally what's happening right now. Yes, it is. He's throwing the Candelas into the rotate holes into garage. Right now, it's literally impossible for Aurora to actually do anything as they've taken full control of site. And now the last player, Cloudstruck, once again is going to finally get one kill from Gold, but get immediately traded out by Art. So yeah, with the Ying could have been used for the server, but once the call was made that they just needed to go ahead and dislodge that immediately when Merc got that first kill onto Pulse. That's great coordination for Prod to go above the red hallway hatch into the site hatch to make sure that they can't, one, they can't see, two, they can't hear, and three, if you can't see and you can't hear, you're not pushing anything. So
Yeah, I think once they
the
took out that
defenders
pulse
just
too, that late rotate from affected ended up costing him there. If he wasn't able to get an early C4 kill, rotating a little later in the round there, him getting taken out, so all that intel that he would have been able to give them on top of what they had already had hurt them. And then obviously Malachi was taken out by Oasis, jumping over the shield simultaneously.
yeah, I think that came down to two things. It came down to poor positioning from affected. Even though he had a good round before where he threw the C4 through the hatch, you're not going to be able to do that over and over again. Like teams are just going to be like, okay, he's just going to throw a C4 through the hatch. That's one less thing they can deny plant with. Then, you know, he didn't rotate back into gold. That could have helped a little bit. Who did they still have? They had Amira, right? And so that's one C4. They had Valk, that's another
Air
C4.
Valk smoke.
Yeah, they had Smoke, Pulse. Like they had plenty of actual plant denial. So in that scenario, I don't think they even knew that Ying was on the board. Now that
I
I
mean, at
think
this
about it, I
level,
think
what you
that
really you fail to see is in-game changes, just adjustments made in-game where they do something, you again and again you see them, they try and do it over and over again. You don't see a lot of in-game adjustments, either by the IGL calling it out or whatever the case may be, to change up their strats in-game, even if it's a little deviation from what they've already set up. Just that little bit of a change here and there makes a big difference in the rounds.
yeah, it definitely does. And this Ying change from Prod is definitely going to be a very very important one, especially if they don't have Jaegers into position to block the Candelas. They're utilizing all of their Jaeger devices to try to hold server. But what they need to do is maybe rotate one of them back to try to at least stop one Candela. And now that's a way, like that's a C4 that didn't get a kill, and it eventually, he's still trying to play in server. Goni is going to hold the staircase, which is a little different than what we saw before. So this might give them issues, but he's already used two of his smokes, and he's looks like he's itching to go for a peek out, but he is going to get droned out by Prod back up onto the stairs as this Jaeger device already has been spent. He's going to throw one more smoke as a Candela is going to come out, and he's going to just, I guarantee Prod will just push right through it. Yep, he is going to push right through it, still get the kill onto Goni, and then he's going to immediately get traded by Affected, but Affected needs to stay alive and not die here as he's going to be pushing very, very close up to the wall and is going to run back. Malachi's going to pick up a kill onto Oasis, but Effect is going to turn away at the wrong time, and Folt's going to pick up one onto Affected, and Merc's going to take out Malachi now in a 2v3 scenario. Filthy's going to try to go for a flank up the main staircase. Cloudstruck's going to pick up that kill onto Merc, which is big. Cloudstruck has to stay alive right now, and Filthy's going to go for the slowest flank of the century, going all the way up into open. It's going to open up the hatch now. Spots one, but now it gives away his position completely, having to switch weapons. Cloudstruck has to stay alive, as I guarantee both the attackers have immediately run downstairs. Cloudstruck's going to pick up one, but Fultz is going to trade it right back, and now Filthy's going to still be on this flank. And where is Fultz, and where is he trying to plant? They spotted him somewhere in the site. He's guaranteed to be inside a B-bomb. There's no way he's anywhere else at this moment. He has to be planting. Yes, he is. He's finishing that plant. 1 second to go, as Filthy is going to hear it go off. Is he going to challenge the window? He's thinking about it as Fultz has vaulted over, and is he going to win the fight? Yes, he is. Oh my goodness, what a round coming out. That was great adaptation to eventually finally go for the flank. As slow as it was and as unconventional as it was, it still ended up working out for him, and Cloudstruck did a great job of staying alive.
I don't know if I agree. Well, if they were going to do that, they should have had the hatches open to begin with. But Filthy did make the right play there. When you get in those situations where you're down that many players, you have to make a play. You can't just sit in sight. I mean, you're better off dying trying to make a play than sitting in sight and dying. So Filthy did make the right play there by playing aggressive, going for some kind of a rotate, getting outside of sight. So it was a good play by him to pick that up, as he almost got caught above the hatch there. He's able to stay alive, but Cloudstruck on site was holding it down. I think he got two or three kills there to even bring the round close.
Yeah, he got 2 kills when it was a 2v3 scenario, and Filthy was already on the long trek around the map with a 3 armor, trying to flank around. That's even though it was unconventional and a little funny to me, it still was the right decision 100%. I don't think that.
I try to explain that to people all the time. Like, you get in those situations, you can't just play sight. I'd rather you die trying to stop plant or rotate, do a hard rotate, than sit in sight and end up dying anyways, because your positions, they already know you're there. You're just going to get collapsed on. At least at this, it gives you an opportunity to make a play by rotating like you did.
Oh no, affected, smacked by an impact grenade or something, is going to have to get docked up. And I wouldn't be surprised if they used another dock on him just to make sure, because he's having a little bit of trouble staying alive on the last map. So now we're going to see what Aurora are going to do here. Are they still going to, try to play Filthy? And obviously Malachi is going to open up this lone office window again, playing up at the banana area. And
be right back, Rams.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just sit here and watch Malachi stare at this window while the rest of the players do other things. I hope everybody's enjoying me and Prey's commentary here tonight. Just so you guys know, any sly comments or any perceived like trash talk you hear out of me is all in good fun. I honestly think that all of these players are decently good and could be in Challenger League and could, make names for themselves, especially the guys in OC. And I want to give a quick shout out to the OGC guys, having known all of these players for a very long time on some of all 3 of these teams, as Fultz picks up the kill on Dagoni. I can say that they're all, good people for the most part. So Malachi now still just rotating into the hallway is going to peek out and almost get destroyed by Merc. Actually will get destroyed by Merc, as Merc doesn't prematurely shoot, doesn't lose his mind quickly. But now I think Affected just jumped outside and picked up that kill into Fultz. I think, maybe, I can't really tell. Merc and Oasis are now moving into sight, taking control. Cloudstruck and Filthy have to be somewhere around here. I don't know what's going on, as Filthy is still in the elevator and is going to potato some shots onto Merc. Who's going to win that fight, as Oasis is going for the plant. They have taken full control through the janitor closet, and now Prod's going to pick up that kill onto Effective, trying to rotate back. Filthy did drop down and is going to almost lose that fight to Prod, but Prod ends up taking the headshot instead. Cloudstruck now, knowing that someone is playing on the north window, is going to go for a jump out, but is there a Claymore waiting for him? No, there isn't. He does get that kill, but now he has to get inside, as Filthy's going to pick up the kill on the Merc.
Filthy.
Oh my goodness. Now Art what needs to happen right now is Filthy needs to wait for Cloudstruck to get back in the building so they can pinch from two separate
I
angles.
don't know if
They
there's
have
enough
enough time
time
to
though.
do it. Yeah, they
Filthy
have
gets the kill.
yeah.
Oh my
Filthy gets the kill
god.
anyway.
That shot from Filthy on a Merc though. What a kill by Filthy, coming up huge for his team there.
Oh, it's so close. Woo!
Just in the nick of time.
That was close.
Huge clutch there by Filthy. Good jump out by Cloudstruck to get that window kill. But Filthy really just hitting his shots right there. That's insane.
Yeah, he needed that was the jump out was the right play, even though it effectively returned the status of the round into a what was it, a 2v1 if like Filthy and the two other players minus Cloudstruck, because he was literally removed.
Yeah, he didn't have enough time to come in. Like I said, I didn't think he had enough time to rotate back to site. So it's basically he was taking the window guy out, and that was it.
Yeah, he did what he could, but at the same time, like it's hard for me to like was it the right play? Maybe. Did it work? Yeah. You know, like
Yeah,
if
I could go with that. I don't know if it was the right play, but it worked. So if
yeah,
Filthy doesn't hit his shots, it's not the right play. So you
right,
can't say it was
exactly.
the right play. Filthy just happened to
Yeah.
hit a few nasty shots, actually two of them in a row.
Would you say that they were filthy?
I would say they were definitely filthy shots, yes. Nope, nope. Well, pun intended.
Right, yeah. I completely had that one in my mind for the last 20 seconds debating. I said to myself, man, do I want to ruin my reputation this way? Yeah, I think I do.
Do.
You know, it's
Totally
just the way
worth it.
things go.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are the next matches being played tonight? I don't even know if they are.
I don't know. I'm really coming into this kind of,
It's gonna be
off the
one
cuff.
o'clock in the morning, so I don't know.
We'll see.
Round number 7 on the way here. Ara up 4 rounds to 2 right now as they're looking to take one map against OC and go to map number 3, which will be on Consulate if we get there. OC did win map 1 on Coastline for everybody tuning in who hasn't been here. 7 rounds to 2, so pretty dominant fashion there. Right now, not looking so good for OC.
But now that the sides have switched, we're seeing a very strange setup coming out from OC. Actually, I can't say it's strange. I'd say it's unconventional. This is not typically what you see, but this is going to force Aurora to drone out very, very, very efficiently and take from the top floor down, opening up that open area hatch. Effect is going to be watching towards the staircase as the castle barricade with faults right behind it, and actually, hatches aren't even reinforced, so this is kind of a waste of utility as Sledge could just come open this up. But at the same time, now Cloudstruck's going to go for a wall bang onto Faults, just meleeing a punch hole. Do they know that Faults is in there? Are they spotting him or are they spotting the other guy? I think they're
I think he
spotting the
just
other
sees him,
attacker.
but Faults hits a
Oh,
shot on the
God.
Cloudstruck. Faults did pick up a 2K in this position earlier with Merc, so
Oh, really?
they do run this setup, and they play
Okay.
this pretty strongly. So
Well, the hatch is already open for the attackers, so they just need to move some of their soft destruction around. And all these drones getting destroyed now, Faults is going to rotate back down to the site, and the attackers seem to be focusing primary control on taking control of server, which I find to be rather strange. As I think Effect is trying to vault over, but couldn't quite find the prompt to do so in a
they did
awkward
have their
position.
rotate into archives, so and Merc was still playing over there.
Yeah, Filthy is going to drone him out, and Merc is just going to be waiting for the inevitable push. He needs to get pinched from the other side though. Like I feel like all Merc has to do is turn around, go the other way, and he gets 3 kills. You-
Doesn't look like anybody's cutting Merc off from rotating towards archive side. Now he can rotate from archives into closet and drop down back down to the site there and turtle up, which
I think that would be the best
given the
plan.
fact they've wasted so much time, that would be the best bet. It does look like he's gonna pick up a kill onto Filthy there.
Yeah,
Factor gonna run into site and try and get some kills there. Doesn't work out too well as Fultz and Prod both gonna pick up kills here. It's gonna be all up to Malachi, who has almost no health, and he will get taken out by Art. So we might see a big flip right here from OC, and they might be able to clean this up and win the map, as they are very aggressive team, and this is a roam heavy map. So this could play into their favor. And they did play, I believe they won Bank 7 rounds to 2 against OGC. So, this could be a strong map for them.
Did they
Um,
start out on attack or defense first on that map? Do you
I
remember?
believe they started out on defense. Um, but
Okay, so
still,
that
I mean,
scoreline makes sense. They're obviously a defender-sided team with the roam like that we just saw. They're gonna definitely force Aurora to cross their T's and dot their I's when it comes to droning and roam clearing because they're not going to just give up map control without contesting anything. And all of the OC players are gunners, so it's practically going to be a dogfight from here on out. Which I'm really interested to see if Aurora can actually compete with the coordination from OC that I
yeah,
imagine
I
we're
mean,
going to see for the
it
rest of
wasn't a
this match.
super heavy roam to say, as they were only holding that archives tellers area. But they did have the rotates in order to basically put pressure on the attackers and then rotate back down to bomb site. It's just a huge time waster. Um,
Yeah,
but
it
and
definitely
they
is.
have been able to pick up their kills as well and then rotate back down later when needed.
Yeah, I don't I just there's so many question marks in my mind. Like the first one being, yeah, Cloudstruck knows he needs to get control of that closet. He wants to get that hatch. Why didn't he just drone it out?
I
Like
mean,
it's
also he used his X Harrow's charges on a soft hatch. You could have had Sledge open the hatch up, and he could have bonded the castle open. Especially knowing that he was pinched inside there behind that desk. If you open that castle wall, now he has no way to rotate. Given the rotate hole was on the right side of the doorway, so he has to run across or just sit there and wait and play it out.
it's kind of like, oh, the hatch is soft. Sledge or Ash, come over here. Oh, there's a guy in this closet. Ash, open this wall. Like it's I feel like it's as simple as that sometimes. But then again,
Hindsight's
who knows what
2020, right?
yeah, who knows what kind of intel that the attackers were giving to each other. And I think that that's where some teams deficiencies end up lying is in communication, and OC does not have that problem. And if they do have that problem, it's not to the level that Aurora was having in that last round. So a main lobby take is going to be coming out from Aurora now, as they seem to be trying to push forward, but Filthy is going to be flirting with death as he sees all these angles open up that the defenders can fire away at him from. Goni is going to rush in and get this wall open right away.
Goni's gonna open
One of
up
the
the wrong side of the wall though.
oof. Think. Oh, I was about to say, did it get impacted? No, it did not. Oasis is going to get taken out as he tries to rotate back away, but then they are going to see who is that? It looks like Art playing right up against the doorway. They know that he's there. They could end up just going for the plant if they really wanted to, but now Art's going to be opening the floor for Prod to watch the thermite wall. I really like that off the wall, or not off the wall, off the cuff kind of play coming out from OC as he is now going to rotate around along with Merc, both playing upstairs now. Merc and Prod could go for a double jump down at the same time while Prod tries to come from the staircase, but Prod is going to get taken out by Cloudstruck, not knowing, I don't know where he was playing. He is playing on the outside, watching the flank. Okay, so this is making sense. Merc, however, is going to pick up a kill onto Affected. Art's going to pick up a kill onto Goni. Filthy picks up that kill back onto Art, and now Cloudstruck's going to have to come inside the building to help out his team, as Malachi is looking for any kills that he can. Any defenders trying to rotate around, but Merc is firm. Plant is sitting firmly to his right, playing right by the
Still
printing.
plenty of time left on the clock for them to get a drone in there and get these last 1 or 2 defenders droned out. So it looks like that's what they will do here. They're just trying to get a little bit more intel in order to either get the kills they need or get bombed down.
Yeah, so he's going to spot out Merc, but what's Merc going to do with his position being given away? He's going to peek towards Malachi, and now Filthy's going to pick up the kill on defaults. Great pinch coming out from the attackers as Cloudstruck was there too to finish that kill off onto Merc.
That'll put us
If
at 5
Malachi wasn't
rounds to
able to get it.
3. We'll take a look at the scoreboard here. Fultz and Merc uh, both doing pretty good work there for their team, as well as Filthy and Malachi. Cloudstruck as well. Actually, all around, as far as aura goes, about even on the team there. Oasis 1-7 right now, not having a very good game. I don't think he had a very good game last time they played on Bank either, so maybe this is a bad map for Oasis by himself.
I think that uh, sometimes the way a team practices or functions on a map can sometimes put players in weird positions that they're most likely going to die, and the chances of them actually getting a trade are low, but they're still serving a purpose. It might not seem like it, but I'd say that if a player isn't getting a lot of kills on attack, it's because they're planning the diffuser, which
No, he's not
Oasis
winning his
does.
gunfights, Rams. Okay, let's be honest. Anyways, sick of these
I'm just I was
excuses. God damn it.
well, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to the gunfights are on defense, but on attack, he's been trying to plant the diffuser. So it goes two ways here. On defense, you have to win gunfights if you're gonna be playing that kind of a role.
Not trying to be harsh, but I'm pretty sure this is either the second or third map that Oasis has been breadstick and like 1-7, 1-8. All right, just saying.
You've seen more matches today than I have. I've only seen the Consulate one, which I think he
Not calling
might have
anyone
broke
out
even.
specifically. I'm just saying. Maybe he's just a bad position player. That's his role on the team. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we are going to see that upstairs hold is there you go. You're going to see those top of the reinforcements getting opened up here. They are only going to have two sets of impacts it looks like. So
Yeah.
but again, that'll at least take out the thermite charges and leave them only with the Hibana charges.
Yeah, they're gonna have a couple of C4s as well, but they're obviously gonna be used to try to get kills as opposed to stopping hard breach potential. Right now, Oasis is getting droned out. We're gonna have to see where he rotates to try to stay alive as long as possible. I feel like it's in these scenarios when you're all by yourself and you're running around, you're getting droned. You
We'll
just
see if
run
he's in
into
a bad
someone.
position. How's that sound?
Yeah,
We'll watch
yeah,
Oasis.
yeah. We'll just see what happens and how he dies. So right now, I'd say he's in a good position. How would you evaluate it so far?
I say he's fine right now. He's got cams all around him for intel. He's gonna
Yeah.
be in good position to rotate or do what he's got to do. Thermite charge
I'm
gonna come out here. Prod's most likely gonna go ahead and impact that. It looks like he's not gonna get it. Maybe. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, he got it right at the last second. That was close. That's good intel coming out from Oasis, letting them know. But a lot of cameras not being taken out by the attackers. Even just the default cameras. Like, yeah, I know the Valkyrie cams are a little awkward to find sometimes, but yeah. So now we're gonna see Oasis try to go for a flank, or at least get into position to flank. He's just gonna be taking it very, very slow.
Looks like
Prod is gonna get taken out by affected.
not sure if the wall got opened up there. Looks like the wall
It,
did get opened up. Castle did get taken
oh,
out as well.
here's Oasis's footprints.
Oh, and he gets jacked by Jackal. Unfortunate for that good positioning, huh?
Yeah. So now we're gonna see how this good position turns into a bad one real quick. So now
Oh,
affected
Oasis
looking
does get a
Oasis
kill
just
though.
and you switched off of him, man. Why?
I know, I switched out. Unfortunate. Oh,
Oh man, here we go. So he kills Jackal, gets untracked, and now he can actually follow through with anything. And he does have an extra camera, which I find to be kind of interesting. But now he's going to rotate all the way back up and decide to go back down. Oh, he's going for the windows. Is Affected going to be ready for it? Is he going to be watching it like he was before? Oh my gosh,
he
their
is
heads are
going to
just
be
peeking up
watching
and
it.
over.
Oasis unable to hit his shots, but Affected also unable to. Malachi pick up a kill on full. Scony's going to take out Art. Bomb Plant's going to go
Oh
down.
no.
Oasis left alive. Here's his chance to clutch up, and unfortunately, he'll be getting taken out by Malachi. And that will be round number 9 in favor of Team Aurora, as they are one round away from going to map number 3 on Consulate, as they're up 6 rounds to 3 right now against OC.
I feel for Oasis there a little bit.
I don't feel for any player, bro. It's a cutthroat business, man. Welcome to the league.
Of course, of course. So Aurora on match point looking to tie it up here. And what do you think's going through OC's head? Like, are they just thinking like, okay, we're having a bad map? Do you think they're running out of gas when it comes to these matches they're playing? Like, what do you think is going on for them?
Honestly, I don't think they're. I think they're just gonna play their game, and if it goes to map 3, it goes to map 3. I think they're gonna be pretty confident playing on Coastline or Consulate.
Yeah,
So, I mean, do they want to go 3 maps? Absolutely not. No team does. Nobody wants to play a 3 map back to back, three maps in a row. You're bound
yeah,
to get burnt out. But anybody who's ever qualified for Challenger League, Pro League knows that it's definitely a stamina fest. I mean, back in Xbox, what was it, like 400 something teams qualified or signed up to
Yeah,
play. I mean, you had to go through 400 team bracket. It took forever.
yeah. I think
I mean, I think we literally played played about 12 hours straight. It was you'd play till like 4 or 5 in the morning or something, just to grind out a bracket.
I remember yeah, I remember playing like 12 to 15 best of ones. Like just not I remember not eating. Actually, that's what I remember the most other than winning is not eating.
Yeah, it's definitely a grind, man. If the players who want to be here will be here, and something you got to get used to is that grind, and it does take a lot of stamina to get there.
Yeah, but once you get there, it's totally worth it.
It's never over, Rams. It's never over. Oasis looks like he's gonna go for a little electrical room. Little
Yeah,
electrical room hold here. See if he gets droned out at all, or if they just leave him.
yeah. I think that OC right now is trying to play to their strength, which could potentially be the other team's weakness for droning. So we're just going to see exactly how this plays out. This is a very common position to not get droned and for there to always be someone there when you don't drone it. Am I right? Like every time you don't drone this little room, there's always someone there, but every time you drone it, there's no one there. It's funny how that works.
I apologize, guys, if the game sound isn't working right now. I'll try and fix it in between maps.
Oh my
Unfortunately, I'm
god,
not gonna be able to
Oasis
do
is
it right this
coming
second.
right up
Oasis does
behind
get the kill
somebody.
on the Malachi.
Oh
That actually
my
works.
gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, now he's in kitchen just waiting for the inevitable peek out from Cloudstruck, who's going to be coming around the corner. Oasis goes for a little pre-fire shot just to give away his position a little bit. Goes for some other shots, and he's going to taking down the half health. He's going to get pinched right now, though, from the staircase, and Cloudstruck's going to pick up the kill as he turns around the corner.
I mean, this late in the round, Oasis has got to know that someone is watching that angle as he tries to rotate back out of there. So his best bet would have been to either just lay down and waste as much time as he can, and try and take one of those fights against Cloudstruck.
Yeah, I hear the Twitch stream in the background, by the way. I hear myself talking. Um, so anyway, now this wall is going to get opened up by Cloudstruck, which is kind of interesting. This isn't typically what you see, and there's no mirror there, so it's kind of weird to open it. I feel like that's kind of giving the defenders angles to look through, as Cloudstruck can't really get an effective angle through there. I don't think he can even stop a C4 from there, but I think Fultz is playing inside of the garage, going to be picking up the diffuser, and now the Yings are going out. His effect is going to get taken out by Prod, but he's going to pick up that kill onto Art, who was playing in the hallway. Prod now coming back around is going to be waiting to throw that C4 as soon as the Maestro cam gives him the call. Goni calling out the Maestro.
Cody's got nobody there to help him.
Yeah, exactly. And Fultz is just going to take him out real fast all the way from the garage with this very, very nice angle. Filthy is going to pick up one kill, but Cloudstruck's going to pick up another. Where did Cloudstruck come from? Did he just look through the angle? I think that's exactly what happened. And now Merc in a 1v2 scenario. Oh, can he win this fight versus Filthy? He has to. Is he going to throw a C4? What's he waiting for? Where did Merc go? He just vanished into thin air. He's going to pick up the kill from inside a B-bomb as Cloudstruck's going to run back up top to watch the diffuser from the hatch. Now throwing a drone to watch it. The drone does get taken out, and Merc's gonna have to win the gunfight of his life if he wants to keep his team in this round. Cloudstruck coming down the staircase, just waiting for his teammates to call out, waiting, listening. Is Merc gonna find the kill? No, he won't. Cloudstruck will take it, and now we're gonna go to a map 3 on Consulate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to a map 3. We will not be going to bed tonight. As Aura will take us 7 rounds to 3, so complete opposite of map number 1. And we will be going to Consulate for our third map. Give me a second here. I'm going to try and fix the game sound. Hopefully I can get that fixed for this next map.
I can also, I don't know if you heard what I said before, I can hear the Twitch stream coming through your end.
Can you still hear it, or?
No, I can't hear it now.
Let's see.
The teams. Okay, so it looks like OC just wants to get it going.
Alright, let me figure out the sound here real quick.
You need to change the map too, just in case you.
Yeah, I got you. Oh.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I think my dog is tearing up a teddy bear or something.
Got it, no problem. You guys ready? My bad, I missed it. Trying to fix game sound, it's just whatever else is wrong. Alright. TTR? I don't know what that means, bro. Alright, here we go. Good luck, have fun. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to get ready for map number 3. Here on Consulate as we're all tied up. Go ahead and switch this stuff around here. It's going to be our, see. We're going to get into the band phase here. Glaz, Blackbeard are going to be the 2 attacking bands coming out here. Yes, this will be map number 3, Gerber. We're going to get an Echo band as well. Most likely, we'll probably see, I don't know, what do you think? Maestro, Valkyrie, maybe a Valkyrie band coming out here.
I wouldn't be surprised if Valk got.
Like it's a Maestro. I don't think Maestro's that strong, besides his weapon on this map, just my personal opinion, so. But they do chose to go Maestro over a Valkyrie. If they comes back to haunt them here in the long run.
So, once again, I imagine from OC we're going to see a ton of Valk play. Yep, Prod immediately taking Valk. And I'm just really interested to see what Aurora have in terms of their lineup. Blackbeard and Glaz being banned again, which is what we saw before on the last matchup. Okay, so Mirabit getting brought. This 6 pick might end up working in their favor. Rook is going to get chosen instead. As affected now, waiting for the intel from his teammates as to what to grab, and he's going to switch over to a Thatcher. It makes sense. And was this a lobby defense? Is that what I saw? I think it's a lobby defense.
Yeah, they did choose to go heavily lobby upstairs. First time they played it, both teams actually did. All the teams kind of shying away from that basement hold just because that basement hold's been so hard at this level to hold.
I like that bulletproof camera that Oasis plays. That's a really good one. It's going to be really difficult for the attackers to take that out, given they only have Cloudstruck with grenades, and I'd imagine that those nades would be used for getting rid of other defensive utility. Art's just going to be opening up some holes up in projector room, while Fultz is looking for drones inside of admin office. So we'll just see where the attack decides to actually come from. 3 of the attackers have coordinated themselves outside of admin, as Fultz is going to be playing inside of admin, trying to hold as long as he can. He's just going to see the drone, take it out, and is going to rotate back into the hallway by the vending machines. Now coming back towards admin, peeking at these windows, looking to see if he can get a free pick of anybody repelling carelessly. We're just going to have to see what the attackers decide to do here, as Fultz is just checking for drones coming in from under the table.
Rams, I did a vote in chat right now, 1 for game sound and 2 for Rams, so I don't know, for some reason, so I had to switch over the audio. I don't know, we'll go over it after the game, but I had to switch over the audio in OBS Studios in order for you to be picked up on the stream. It's weird, don't ask me. So, and then for some reason it cut out the game sound. I don't know, man.
Oh, so they could hear me last game, but no game sound? Is that what's happening?
So there's no game sound. They could hear us. We're just commentating over the gameplay with no game sound. Like, I mean, I could go pew 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 when people shoot, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. Ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka.
Looks like Oasis is going to take some shots there as Yellow Stairs already taken over. Goni will go down from Merc, though. Looks like Merc must have pushed down from top Yellow. Going to pick up the double kill there. Filthy will pick up a kill elsewhere on Fultz. Merc in the triple kill. Cloudstruck going to go down, or double kill, I guess. Cloudstruck going to go down? No, there will be a 3K for him. Merc's going to jump out the window and rotate back downstairs. Undetected. Prod's going to take a ton of damage there. It's now a 2v4. Filthy and Effect are going to be the last 2 players alive here from Aura.
So the docks coming out from Oasis are going to help out the team tremendously, as now another player is going to come down from Yellow, but Merc is going to pinch at the same time, and then Affected is going to drop down, take down Merc. Affected in a 1v3 scenario, not throwing a Thatcher right in front of an ADS usually doesn't work out too well. I'm not sure why Affected didn't just take out that camera. He kind of needs to delay the sound cues, but Art looking up from the hatch is going to finish off Affected, and the first round is going to go in favor of OC. Nice shot.
So round number 1 going to go in favor of OC, as Merc's going to get the 4K to start off this 3rd map. Like I said, even if they lost that 2nd map, I think OC is going to be very I think they're going to feel very well about this 3rd map going into it, just because they did pretty good in game number 1 earlier today on this map. So,
you know what I think's kind of unfortunate about Consulate is that they added a 4th site and no one ever plays it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people have actually just practiced it or found how to effectively hold it, especially at the, you get into the Challenger League, Pro League level. It's a very hard site to hold, even though they did. I know they added it in, but it's just not an efficient site.
It's scrappy, to say the least.
When you have to hold admin.
Yeah.
You'd have to be able to hold admin, and I don't know, shotgun all the floor open.
I think that I this is what I think. I think that if the floor inside of the little dinette kitchen to the right of Fultz on the other side of that wall, I think that yeah, that little room, I think if the floor in there was destructible, it could work. But because it's not, it's kind of like you don't have any positive control of the site, and the angles that you would have positive control from, the attackers just take over by opening a window and repelling on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see it played later on, but I don't think right now that it's one of those sites that it's, compared to the other sites, even Garage is better than that site, so it's really not going to get much play time, if at all.
Yeah, I don't know what Goni's trying to do here. I'm really interested to see where he actually goes. He's just going to be watching this jump out from the balcony on top of the ledge here. And while I do believe that this angle is slightly more effective than literally just standing over the ledge and aiming there, which
I
is
was
also
really
possible.
hoping he fell, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, it was very possible. He is now going to be rotating his way
uh,
in through admin. Probably going to be opening up this single panel wall. I believe that is their objective. They just want to hold that angle, make sure that nobody can either flank up the staircase or push from projector and strafe to their right to get an angle towards the hallway. If that wall does get opened up, he's now just going to be opening a punch hole at the same time, making sure that he doesn't just get immediately pre-fired, holding a passive angle with no cover. Hibana is obviously the better choice to open that wall in that regard. But in this case, I don't think it's really going to matter. Malachi going to be looking for any utility that he can find from that window, along with just trying to hold down the rotation from the connector room. The top of that wall is going to be opened up now, and a grenade is going to be misthrown by Cloudstruck. And now Art is going to pick up that kill onto Malachi. Very, very nice play by him. Once again, throwing that grenade is going to get rid of the mute jammer, but Art is going to push out into the hallway and take down Cloudstruck, affected, trading that kill back onto Oasis. But the defenders are in a much better position, especially with affected being such low health. Another flashbang coming in now, but there will be no push coming in. Fultz is going to pick up that kill onto Filthy. Affected is going to be repelling onto the window, and now Prod has to know that he's there as he checks on his cameras just to make sure that the positioning of the attackers is positively known. Fultz is going to rotate back around, and Goni's going to be watching for a flank real quick as they want to take control of the main lobby. They know that Merc is down below in the little tiny room to his right, taking him out quickly and efficiently. But they still have to worry about the player who was rotating down yellow staircase. Goni is going to be coming back up the staircase, taking a few shots while he takes rid of that barbed wire. He's now going to be pre-firing towards yellow staircase, not finding anybody. The defender's just going to be sitting in corners, waiting for the attackers to actually push in. Affected throwing one Thatcher, going to be peeking towards main lobby. Prod's going to pick up one kill. Affected still waiting, and is going to be taken down by Prod as well, who most likely had a Valkyrie camera somewhere in the hallway to try and mitigate the unknown.
So no real big changes. Pretty much the same exact setup they've been running from the first map that I casted of OC. As far as that upstairs hold goes, it's very effective as they have multiple lanes of crossfires going on there, as well as that smoke play. Are able to uh, rotate at the right time as Buck missed his first grenade. It costed his player his life, his teammate his life. And then also when he went to throw the second grenade, it was too late. Art had already rotated and was able to take out Buck. So good plays coming out from Art there, as well as a missed frag costing him.
Yeah, it's difficult for attackers to actually lock down rotations upstairs, especially if they're playing ACOGs back towards yellow. Positive control of yellow stairs never gets taken by the attackers. It's just so hard to spread out that way and win every single one-on-one engagement without trying to go for a trade. Um, but
I
now
mean,
we're
if
going
they
to
if
see.
they had run the double hard breach or at least a Hibana instead of the Thermite, given the fact that most teams don't choose to go down in the basement to begin with, then they would have had the opportunity to at least open up that hard wall where Art was staying and push him out of that location, which is a very strong hold for him,
Yeah.
being a smoke player.
Hmm. Definitely, that's the position you want your smoke to play. I think we saw OGC playing mute in that position, which makes sense as well. Juggling mute jammers to an extent, but those nades above that wall are so effective at removing defenders from that anchored position. As now we're going to see whether or not OC are going to be able to defend their third location, which will be downstairs in the garage. So as the attackers move forward, Merc is going to be upstairs. Looks like all by himself at the moment.
You're gonna have
He
Fultz and Oasis are both gonna be up there. Fultz is on
Oh, okay,
yellow,
now I see
Oasis
him. Yeah,
playing up top.
and it looks like Prod is actually playing pipes with Art, looking like he's back in the small. What would you call it? The little computer room. I just call it the closet usually. So Goni looking around, trying to find any defensive utility that might stop the plane from going down. But Fultz is going to pick up one kill. Affected's going to trade that back with a well-positioned Claymore. Cloudstruck has taken a ton of damage though, and we're going to see whether or not he gets reset. They do still have enough time to do it if they want, but they're not really in position to do so as the wall has been opened up and Cloudstruck's going to watch the yellow staircase flank with his low health, which is not really optimal for Buck. That you want him to be inside a piano, opening up angles, trying to dislodge any of the defenders from positions they might be playing. As Filthy will pick up a kill onto Art that is smoke off the board. This is starting to look a little bit better for Aurora as they are moving up, getting rid of the barbed wire on yellow staircase. Flashbangs coming in from Goni. As Filthy is going to be looking towards Prod and can't quite land the shots. And
Oh my
eventually,
god, he hits
what a
that shot.
great one. Wow, that was great. Oasis is going to pick up the kill on Malachi, however. And now Oasis is outside. Filthy's going to push in, take down Merc. And now Cloudstruck in a position to having to plant the diffuser, but is very, very weak, is going to run all the way into the kitchen. Where is Oasis and where has he gone? What is he doing? Is he coming down yellow? Is he coming down spiral? Like, what staircase is he going to choose? And he's going to choose down to come down yellow. Now facing, he's going to actually look for a couple pre-fires towards these holes. And can he get the kills? Yes, he can. He can get one down. Cloudstruck now with one health as Oasis has downed Filthy. He's going to pick up that kill. Now Cloudstruck seems to be hiding behind the tables. Is Oasis aware of his positioning? No, he is not. Cloudstruck is just going to be waiting. Oasis could go for a nice little pre-fire right towards the wall right behind him. I think he knows exactly where he is. You might hear him a little bit moving around. Cloudstruck now freaking out, trying to figure out where he's coming from, and Oasis will get the kill and clutch up the round for his team. Very well played by him. He definitely had enough time to win that, and Cloudstruck had to play so defensively because of how much health he had. It mitigated the risk factor in the amount of time that Oasis had, along with the movement that he was able to utilize.
Now, given Cloudstruck's low health there, I don't think Filthy should have taken that gunfight. Any other time, I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't mind it, but the fact that his teammate was on such low health, um, he probably should have just played time there and just hugged the corner. But
At the
unfortunately, he
same
was unable
time,
to win his gunfight.
at the same time, like I said, they could have reset Cloudstruck. They could have reset him. They had 2 minutes when he was holding yellow stairs at low health. He could have rappelled up to the roof, vaulted onto the ledge, fallen off onto the ledge, you know, onto the balcony above the garage, while a different player watched yellow stairs to make sure nobody ran out. And I think that they would have
At
had a
least been in
much
a better position. He would have been able to rotate, but I think he played scared for the fact that he was on such low health right there. So, like you
yeah.
said, he should have got reset to begin with in the first place. And now OC's gonna go up 3 rounds to 0.
Yep. So Oasis with a nice clutch. And now we're going to see a Montaigne come out. What do you think of this choice? Do you think that foregoing a hard breacher and bringing the Montaigne is going to be helpful to them? Or do they think that they're going to stall out at the front door with
Well, it's
Montaigne
gonna give
just
him
standing
4
there?
sets of smoke. So I mean, it depends how they decide to utilize this. Last time they tried pushing straight up yellow into the B bomb site, so we'll see how they decide to push this. I'll tell you in a
Yeah.
second if it's gonna help them or not. We do
I'm
have those
more,
Velk cams again, which are gonna be outside, and they're not really gonna know where they're at because they don't have an IQ. This is why I prefer to have a ban on Velk for this map, just because this is probably the most dominant map as far as Velk cams go, in my opinion.
yeah. I would definitely agree with you there. Affected is going to walk straight into the site and just push down the hallway. As Oasis is probably like, oh, there's a shield here. Now affected in the bathroom, clearing out the bathroom, knowing that nobody's there. Oasis is just going to be peeking, looking back and forth. There's really nothing he can do at the moment. Malachi has taken a ton of damage, not quite sure from where, but they're definitely trying to open up these angles to pinch affected, and they've effectively trapped him in the bathroom in the corner. Filthy gets taken out. Goni trades it off. Fultz is going to trade it back onto Malachi. So now Affected is going to have to make something happen here. He's the one that needs to make something happen. It's not
A
up
lot
to
of
his teammates
utility
at this
being
point.
used though on affected right now.
Yeah, there is, and he is spotting out Oasis in a way, but he needs to make something happen. He needs to push defenders away, or at least meet up with his teammates in some fashion. Because Cloudstruck's running around towards the garage, and he's just in the bathroom, and Oasis knows that he's there. And I think that
His
OC is
teammates are
confident enough
pushing
to
out
leave.
upstairs, and he's just stuck in the bathroom basically right now.
Yeah, I think that yep, they're just gonna pinch him. Oh, whew. Well, Oasis traded out. Cloudstruck now in a 1v3. Can't quite do it. That was unfortunate for Affected getting trapped in the bathroom like that, but well played by Art to open up that hole to throw those smokes. I think he still had one smoke canister left. He could have thrown it into the bathroom again and maybe gotten rid of Affected quicker. But at the same time, when you have that man advantage and you know that one of them is a Montaigne trapped in a bathroom, it's kind of unnecessary to waste that utility or to try to rush to get that kill. So well played by OC in that regard to just kind of let Montaigne sit back, especially with one dead player on the defensive side. They could watch the bulletproof camera to know that the plant wasn't going down. They didn't need to rush anything. Affected was the one that needed to make something happen, and it just didn't happen at all from what we just saw.
So now we're gonna see Filthy get off the Jackal onto the IQ to help take out some of those Valkyrie cameras there. I don't think it would have helped last round either. It was just a quick rush by Affected. If his teammates maybe would have followed up right behind him, it would have gave him the opportunity to do something that round. But the fact that that floor was open up, they took so long to push behind him. OC was able to get the angle on that double doorway and win the gunfights from the top-down gameplay.
Yeah, I think that if like you said, they did have 4 smokes. If Montaigne would have smoked off before walking inside the building, if he would have thrown a smoke deep towards the spiral staircase, blocking that off, attacking player sits outside, watches that on the left side of the double doorway. He pushes down the hallway, makes sure that nobody just walks right past him to stop the diffuser from going down. More smokes get thrown into the site to throw the defenders off, try to figure out where, the attackers might be planting the bomb. Bomb goes down amidst the smoke. Even if the deployable camera is still up, they can't give a with correct positioning. They can't give a direct ping. They'd have to give callouts that were so precise that the defenders would just know where he was planting. So
OC looking like they might take this one as they're up 4-0 against Aura right now.
Oh, unfortunate. Affected tried to double hit that bottom barricade and just gonna scoot on through it, but unfortunately we'll have to give away more of his position. Cloudstruck will pick up the first kill on defaults, so that's a good start to this round. Not quite sure what happened there. Did he try to run out?
No, I think he
Think
might
about
have took him out in admin. Prod will jump out though and get a kill on a Malachi. There's that Valk coming into play. Merkel get taken out by
Oof.
Goni on the window there from admin, so it's now a 4v3. Habana's still on the board, which means they should be able to jump in admin and get that double wall open up where Art was sitting behind playing heavily. Again, Fultz typically is playing the long angle on near B bomb site, and him going down is going to mean that's not going to be there anymore for any of those crossfire angles. Affected's going to take out Obatsis, Mr. Oasis. He's probably pushing up yellow stairs. Looks like Art will pick up a kill though on Goni. That'll be the Habana off the board, so they're not going to be able to open up that double reinforced wall now and get that angle onto Art. Although they do have the player count, they are losing a lot of utility.
I feel like Art's panicking a little bit, throwing his smokes way too early. Prod still has Valkyrie cameras up, and what? Switch to him. What? That sucks.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Okay, well, 2v2 now. And one last smoke is going to go down. Cloudstruck is just waiting for the smoke to dissipate before he drones the rest of the site. As he is waiting, Art is just going to be holding an angle towards the rotate hole. Cloudstruck now getting up from the table as Filthy comes up spiral. They're going to try to get this pinch down onto Art. Is Prod going to be in position to stop it? And
Cloudstruck will get
Art's
blown away.
Yep.
Filthy will get the kill there, though, but Prod will trade it off. Unlucky for Ara that Affected is going to get disconnected due to being stuck. I'm not sure if he lagged out or what happened there.
I
So
think
that's
that
unfortunate for them.
I think he started lagging, and that's why he was stuck.
So it does look like we're going to have a re-host here. Ladies and gentlemen, right now OC will be up 5 rounds to 0. We'll be right back as soon as we get everybody back in the lobby.
Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. Now I have to remember all the rounds. Alright. Alright. What do we got? We got Glaz, Blackbeard,
Echo and Maestro.
Flipper, Maestro. Maestro.
Nice controller.
You guys want to redo the lobby?
So we are seeing OC in great position right now to take this map and the match fully. They've been playing really well. Aurora kind of not seeming once again as coordinated. This is something we've been talking about kind of the entire time, is how much more coordinated OC is. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just saw the next 2 rounds go in OC's favor, just because I kind of get the feeling that Aurora might be a little tilted. Affected's disconnect, Affected, running the Montaigne 1 round, that round not going in their favor, and then them kind of faltering on the follow-up. I would say that OC are in firm control of this match, both mentally and in round count.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're up 5 rounds to 0. Like, I mean, it is a strong map. Again, another one of those maps that just is in their favor for their play style. They do have a pretty nice setup on it, so.
Yeah. So on a off topic a little bit, um, just to give you uh praised update on my diamond grind. I was I was 2 points, 2 points, two elo, literally two away from diamond, and played against a hacker and lost 30 points. And that's like 5 games worth of elo right there.
Yeah, I was 5 points away twice, and I got Bosco. I got Bosco and the full SSG squad both times on Chalet, both times. It was crazy.
Come on, man, they're buddies. Why didn't you just tell them to throw?
Yeah, right. Alright, where do they go? Lobby, press room first. Consulate office meeting room second. Third round was
God.
basement.
Yeah. Yep.
Garage,
Third round was basement.
Then they
The
went
fourth round was lobby again, and then the
uh,
last round was upstairs.
press room, round. The last one was consulate office meeting room, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Alright. Alright, we almost got everybody back in the lobby here, waiting for 2 more players, and we'll get this going. Everything should be all set up.
Yeah, we just need affected to come back,
Oh no.
and
I think I didn't
we can
start
get
it.
everything away.
Orange team won them
What's
all.
happening?
I
Oh
had
yeah,
blue team winning. I forgot it was defense. So
yeah. That would be an awkward round count.
yeah, be like, oh, screenshot.
All right, affected's back in. Is everybody ready to go? Is the big question.
Alright, here we go. Get this game started again. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up. Back to the stream. There we go.
All right. So, like we'd established before, OC in firm position to win this round, or to win this match. This is the third map. First map was Coastline, won by OC. Second map was Bank, won by Aurora. And now we're gonna see how they play it from here. I feel like they've had the same defensive lineup every round. Is that kind of what you're getting out of it? Like Smoke, Mute, Jaeger, Valk, and Castle, and now Vigil being added into that. I think we saw Mira one round, right?
I don't think they have played mirror at all. I think pretty much the same lineup across the board. They might have played Maestro. I'm not sure. We are gonna see the Vigil come out here though from Osiris, so that'll be a little bit of a change up.
Mm-hmm. Fultz right now trying to vault on top of the
They did
the
Merc also ran
refrigerator.
Pulse downstairs on one of the rounds, so
Oh yeah, that's right. Fultz trying to vault up onto the refrigerator, or the vending machine, excuse me, to place a much more effective mute jammer down, but will not be able to do it. He's going to place them in different positions now. In case those of you who don't quite understand what's going on, if you don't watch competitive Siege very much, those mute jammers go through the floor. So they'll stop drones in various positions as they try to move throughout the map. And it is quite annoying, to say the least. Like, that's the best way I could put it. It's annoying for there to be mute jammers in certain positions that just ultimately stop your intel gather, forcing you to face check everything only to walk into an angle that someone's. And then this bathroom hold is efficient based on the fact that there's multiple reinforcements keeping this person alive that's going to be playing in the bathroom, seeming to be Fultz, with the hatchback open so that he can rotate back around. The only thing that OC has to worry about while opening up that hatch for the attackers is that the attackers don't open the wall behind the hatch that got reinforced. Otherwise, the attackers would have a very, very strong angle looking towards a literal split down the site, which would lock down the defenders inside of kitchen, forcing them to not be able to rotate effectively through the map. Sorry, I'm falling all over my words right now. As Cloudstruck is going to be in piano opening up, or excuse me, in console opening up towards that hatch. It's a very, very nice angle. He's going to light Fultz up a little bit, but he's just still alive. I wouldn't be surprised if Fultz repeaked it and killed Cloudstruck. That seems to be the theme of this match. Is Filthy will pick up one kill onto Oasis, who did seem like he was trying to flank, is now going to be off the board, and Filthy is just going to be watching down this rotation, or excuse me, this hole in the floor. As now Cloudstruck has gotten the kill onto Merc, who was trying to rotate up into the piano. Fultz did peek from below and gets taken out by Cloudstruck as well. So now in a 2v5 scenario, Art and Prod once again at a man count disadvantage, but still not quite out of this yet. It's going to depend on where these Valkyrie cameras are placed, how quickly the attackers can establish where they want to plant and the angles necessary to safely plant. And then Prod now going to be peeking out from behind the white van, is just going to be looking and is going to be taken out by Filthy. Unfortunately, his position was less than favorable, to say the least. Smokes could come out from Art, but the plant is going down behind the white van. So we're going to have to see what Art decides to do here and where he decides to come from. He is going for the long flank upstairs, as he does take out one drone from above. That is going to be heard by Cloudstruck, who might not know that he vaulted over. He is going to get taken out by Art. Prod, however, or excuse me, Malachi, however, is going to take out Art from below the hatch they had previously opened. So well played by Aurora. I think that's the most one-sided round we've seen from Aurora.
Yeah, I'm not
Right
sure
after,
what happened there. Maybe Aurora when maybe they went and toggled. I don't know. It was a very clean round from them. Uh,
they toggled.
they played very aggressively there, so it worked in their favor. Had some nice angles down into the bathroom, paid off in the long run. And then,
I think that the round kind of fell apart for OC once Oasis got taken out, and the potential for flank was denied immediately. It was completely denied. Um, oh
oh
no.
my God! Come on, bro. You're 2 rounds away.
Oh no.
All
We
right,
we
ladies
we
and gentlemen.
remade the lobby.
Oh my God, it's the lobby glitch. You're killing me, bro. You're fucking killing me. Excuse my language.
It it just said that affected got
What?
removed by BattleEye.
Affected, removed by BattleEye?
Yeah,
I don't think he was banned.
that's what it just said.
Did he really toggle? What is going on, man? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I know we're 2 rounds away, and I don't know what's going on. So we're gonna rehost once again. Both teams have used both their rehosts, so after this, they're out of rehost, I believe, right?
Yeah, what did they get? One
One rehost
one
apiece.
each one rehost per series, right? Unless it's a best of 5. Um, I can still hear the Twitch stream in the background of your mic. It's probably just on in the background.
Oh yeah, it is. I turned it up to see if GameZone came back, but clearly it.
Oh. Well, that's awkward. I've never seen anyone get removed by BattleEye from a custom game.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. I have to remember the matches that I already remembered from re-remembering.
It was
Don't tell me
if
that it's
you
not up yet. There we
yeah.
go. All right, let's try this. Who's on the other team? Cloudstruck.
I think the most frustrating thing for me about hosting lobbies players is actually getting the players to join quickly.
These guys should join pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure they want to get this over with.
Here, set all the rounds to orange except for the last one, and you're on the wrong map.
God.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, just set them all to orange except for the last one being blue.
Head round. So 5 rounds in a row for orange,
Yep, and then one for blue.
and then for blue.
Yep, that's right. No, that was right. Console meeting was right for that one. The last
I
orange
didn't
one.
even set them up honestly. I just put them all orange because it doesn't matter.
Well, they were all in the correct order except for the last two orange ones. Their last one's supposed to be console meeting, and the one before that is supposed to be lobby.
Those two
Yep.
should be flipped too, but whatever. All right,
Yeah,
and then
I
blue
don't. I don't think
one
it makes a
garage.
difference at this
Okay,
point.
no. So cloud shark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think that the change that they made to Legion is a good one?
what were the changes?
The change to Legion is that his mines only do 4 damage
Less,
instead of 8.
less damage. Uh, yeah. I mean, they're pretty strong, man. I think the original, the first initial damage was 10 HP, wasn't it?
No, it was
Was
8.
it 8 off the start?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I don't think he was OP. He's just an annoyance, if anything. His goo mines. So
Yeah.
I think I think I think 4's a little low. I don't think 8 was too high. Maybe yeah. I mean, the initial damage of 8 would be okay, and then the concurring damage of 4.
I think that um I think that they just wanted to mitigate situations where people are setting up multiple mines in one spot, like say on top of the diffuser, because say a Legion in a low level ranked match decides to kill the guy who's the diffuser, guard the diffuser, throws 5 legions on it. Now that's 40 damage in one shot, like in one legion mine, whereas now it would only be 20.
Yeah, but I mean, who has 5 Legion mines stacked up that late in a round?
I mean, dude, I'm talking about like silvers and coppers, man. Like
But they are next level.
bronze.
They are next
Yeah,
level.
like those are like I was playing a speaking of dumb stuff that you see in ranked. Um I was on Skyscraper earlier. Easily had the least fun I've ever had on any entire siege like history on Skyscraper today. Um, our My teammate got killed trying to come in through T doorway outside, and he had the diffuser. And Frost ran outside and put a frost mat on his body, and another one of my teammates ran into the frost mat and died.
Only at that level, man. I'm surprised there's not a gold copper pro league team yet. To be honest.
This was no, but this was like plats and diamonds, which was really surprising. Makes me wonder how many of them are boosted.
You said nice controller earlier. You know I play controller on PC, right?
You do not. Shut up.
The first time I ever played on PC was with a controller against a pro league team and a Go 4. And I dropped 11 kills. So That's what's up. So here we
You can
go. It's
still like
5 rounds to 1 as we get back into this game. Uh, OC dominating so far. Aura finally got their first round. They could have taken a round earlier, but Affected did DC, so that was unfortunate for them as they had a 3-2 player lead, body count wise. So
yeah, Aurora's gonna have to really, really hunker down here as we see all 5 of them running up the yellow staircase in a
they did
gaggle.
choose to go downstairs first, though, and Osiris is going to be on the Hibana, so
I
no
think that
double
could work
hard
out for
breach.
them. I think that could work out for them, given that there is only one hard breacher and it happens to be Hibana. Mira on the board, give a little bit extra
They
intel.
won't be able to get the hatches open, but they will be able to have that. They will have that vertical gameplay as Art will be on the buck. But they did bring a Capitao as well, so that could help them out with this attack when they do get the wall open.
I think the Capital is going to mainly be for the plant and to drone. So Cloudstruck playing up in admin, Filthy, and I believe it was Affected playing downstairs in the garage. Goni is actually going to be playing in the bathroom with, I believe, a mirror window, which is interesting. We'll have to see how much emphasis actually gets put on that as Cloudstruck did get drone down. It's going to make his way down towards Visa. At the moment, he is still getting droned out and is not revealing his position based on his scanner or his invisibility ability, the ERC-7, as it is officially called. I'm curious as to see why he kind of rotated down so quickly. I imagine that he could turn on his ability at some point to try to, throw off some drones, but I feel like he's in the wrong position to do that, as Malachi did get taken down by Fultz. Now Cloudstruck just holding the back spiral staircase as Filthy looks like he wants to go up for some kind of a flank. With his shotgun in hand, he is going to be waiting on the spiral staircase as the floor and piano, I assume, is just starting to get opened up. Affected is rotated up the stairs as well. This looks like to be a very, very aggressive defensive hold as Filthy and Affected both rotated. Filthy rotating back downstairs as Goni is now downstairs as well. Merc at very, very low health as Affected is now above the spiral staircase and could catch anybody haphazardly walking around towards the Zig hallway. Merc is just going to be holding flank inside a piano. And now Filthy going to be peeking back towards the angles that Buck made previously. He's very, very lucky nobody's on yellow stairs, or he would be a very, very dead mute. But he's going to be playing with the shotgun on the staircase. Now peeking towards, and he's going to be running up past the drone. Are the attackers in position to stop him? No, they are not. And he's actually made his way all the way into the bathroom. I don't understand how he was able to get all the way up here, as he is going to smack Art immediately, and I think just downed Merc through the wall. That was a great shot. Effect is going to pick up a kill on default, trying to come back for a refrag. And now Filthy has been down from somewhere, but I literally have no idea where. Now Effective on the roam is going to rotate back down, and Agoni is going to be holding the site along with him. Prod outside of the bathroom hallway, and Oasis is
30
going to be
seconds
rotating
left on
to
the
the
clock, and they
garage.
still haven't gotten the wall open.
Yeah, that's not good. But Prod is going to be playing on yellow stairs, just waiting for that angle to be challenged, and Oasis is going to run upstairs. I'm not sure what he's looking for. He has the diffuser. He has to come down. I think he wants to come down the bathroom hatch, and he did effectively make it back down, but Affected predicted it, and Goni waited for Prod to come from yellow. Superior positioning won them that round. That was a very, very odd sort of rotation. They all kind of rotated up different staircases at one time, and I can't believe that Filthy was actually able to rotate up yellow and into the bathroom like that. I literally can't believe that happened.
So good plays coming out there from Filthy, picking up the double kill. Able to make up for Malachi going down earlier in the round. That basement hold threw off OC as they only had the single Hibana for the hard breach. They almost, they had the right gameplay or setup going there. They decided to get the hatches. I believe one of them was soft, so that helped a lot as far as the attackers go, having that one soft hatch. Hibana was able to get the opposite hatch opened up as well, I believe. So, but it took way too long. Only 30 seconds left on the clock by the time they started getting the garage wall open.
As you can see, OC took the exact same lineup they took last round, which leads me to believe that yes, they were sort of duped by the fact that Aurora decided to go downstairs first.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I
now,
mean, they brought the Hibana. They brought that lineup because they expected Ara to be upstairs, just because nobody's really gone to the basement like that. So that's where a good IGL call would come out, and they would.
yeah, and it's kind of I feel like the odds just went in their favor. I feel like the odds were more in line with the defenders either going upstairs, which we're seeing now, or press, which this lineup from OC is very good at attacking. And they just so happen to go downstairs. So, they had a
So
66.6 repeating percent chance
I'm guessing they
of
haven't
being.
run this often, but um, that mirror can actually be shot up open from printer window, which is going to make that second mirror pretty much useless, given it's under a soft on a soft wall. So
Yeah. Something happening. Is he
looks
frozen
like
now?
Merc's about to lag out again.
Well, we can't, there's no rehost.
There is
They have
no
to play it out.
rehost.
Let them know before they all start,
They know.
complaining.
They know the rules.
Okay. All right, so Oasis is going to be holding this angle on yellow stairs, and Affected is left as well. So Affected and Merc, both the ones having the issues. I think they were the ones that disconnected as well. I wonder if they have the same internet provider or maybe live in the same area. That'd be really interesting. Oasis' drone does get shot as he does intend to try to drone out. This is still a 4v4 even man count. These last few rounds might have to be played for. Very awkward to say the least. One smoke coming out from Goni. It's going to be preventing Oasis from having a clear line of sight. Goni takes a little bit of damage. Filthy picks up a kill onto Art. That's the buck off the board. He was trying to buck from down below to take him out. Goni, however, gets taken out by a flame arrow. That's a great shot from Fultz, as now Filthy is spotted trying to come towards yellow. Oasis is just going to wait for him to come out as he baits his own rappel, just trying to make as much noise as possible. I doubt that Filthy will even try to go out there until the round is about to be over. One smoke does get shot off, even though Sconi is dead. Now Oasis peeking from upside down, gets his head clean off by Cloudstruck. Filthy does try to run out, but Prod waiting patiently takes him down. The bait ended up working. Unfortunately for Filthy, he just made the wrong decision at the wrong time, but potentially could have been the right play. Fultz now coming up the yellow staircase, and Prod is going to be peeking from somewhere. Oh my goodness, Fultz just peeking out towards Malachi, not realizing where his hitbox is being shown from. One smoke is going to be coming out from the rotate hole, one smoke coming to prevent the rotation through the hallway, and Fultz is going to be Fultz is going to see Cloudstruck and take him out immediately. All right, 4v4.
So it looks like 4v4 it is.
Yeah,
OC
interesting.
is up 6 rounds to 2, so
So we got ourselves a good old 4v4 game battle going on right now. Is that what's happening? That's what it reminds me of, to say the least.
good old 4v4. Is this COD? I don't know what's going on.
You don't remember those back when the game first came out? People used to like 3v3 and 4v4
Oh, I
on game
remember.
battles.
I remember.
Yeah. 4v4 secure area.
Game
My
battle
god.
days before ESL got involved.
Yeah. Those were very fun. That's actually why I started streaming originally, just to have proof that I was winning games in game battles. It's the only reason I started streaming. I wouldn't even pay attention to chat. I would just stream and put my put my rank up, and just go from there. It's crazy to see how much things have progressed since then. It feels like it feels like it hasn't been a long time, but it actually. So some Val cameras, or not Val, some default cameras getting shot out by the attackers as Art is going to be pushing in through admin. It's interesting to see the operator selection based on it only being 4v4. This kind of is going to change things. I feel like more for the defenders than for the attackers. But as we can see, a Thatcher, a hard breach, someone with grenades, and someone coming out for the attack. And then on the defensive side, we have someone with plant denial, someone with flashbang and grenade denial, drone denial, and just a straight up ACOG and a little bit of healing. So these are still good lineups regardless of the fact that it's 4v4. Goni going to be playing inside of theater with Malachi playing behind him in connector. Cloudstruck playing by the bathroom with no rotate hole in the wall to look through all the way to projector doorway, which I feel like is kind of a mistake and could come back to bite him in the ass later. Oasis now pushing with Art to try to get this wall open. Art is going to be throwing these grenades, which we saw earlier. Fultz is going to pick up a kill onto Filthy as Goni gets taken down as well. But do they know that he's down is the real question here, as the grenade is going to come soaring in. Fultz is going to take down Goni, and now Art taking control of the long hallway. He's going to throw a grenade towards Cloudstruck. Is he going to down him? That is the question. Ooh, he almost downed him. Oh, he did down him, and now he's going to pick himself back up and probably re-peek the angle. But Cloudstruck does have the angle that I was talking about previously. Malachi's going to pick up the kill onto Art. Cloudstruck's going to pick up the kill onto Oasis. Now Malachi picking up the kill onto Filthy. Cloudstruck and Malachi both just need to stay alive. Prod is in the middle of the hallway, probably getting spotted out. Some pre-fires coming from two different angles. He has to at least win one gunfight. It's going to get taken down to half health. Cloudstruck and Malachi just need to wait for Prod to make a mistake. And Prod just needs to wait a little bit more patiently, hopefully making the defenders peek out unnecessarily, which is literally what just happened. He couldn't land his shots, though. Can't land shots on either of the gunfights, but Prod will get the shot onto Malachi, and now it's all up to Cloudstruck, who has at way more health. And Prod just needs to try to get this plant down, but he's probably going to fake it and push instead. Prod could go for a wallbang, gets lit up a lot. Cloudstruck still firing back and winning the fight. We're going to go another round in this 4v4 scenario. Very, very awkward. That was a well-played round, honestly. All right, and both players have come back. Here we go, back into a 5 versus.
Affected and Merc both joined simultaneously and lag out simultaneously. I don't know what's going on here, man. Some risky stuff.
Yeah. Ask him if they both have Time Warner. Maybe both their parents were receiving faxes and it, cut off their dial-up.
I have no clue, man. 6 rounds of 3. OC is 1 round away from ending this. So we can all go to bed. Omside will be down in the basement again. Osiris does choose to go with the thermite this time.
Jeez, things are getting heated.
See if they decide to open up the triple wall here with more than 30 seconds left in the round.
Yeah. They did bring the correct hard breacher this time, and there's no bandit to deny it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the wall got opened up practically within the first 45 seconds.
Now, at this level of play, bandit tricking is pretty tough unless you're going to hold piano very heavily.
I feel like it's just something to keep the other team honest. Like, make them waste the utility that they need to get that kind of control, as opposed to just letting them get the wall open.
I mean, I kind of agree, but then also with Mav being in play as well, although we haven't seen him picked because of the map, it does make bandit tricking very hard. Yeah. But it could work for a first round off the start. Most teams don't expect it. That basement hold.
I think a lot of people are just happy that Mute has better weapons now. and they'd rather just use him to accomplish somewhat of the same job, even though situationally not it's potentially situationally not as effective. Fultz now going to be looking in through projector, looking to see if he can find any footprints at all. Not going to find any at the moment. Art's going to be droning along with Merc all the way through the top floor, seeing that there is nobody playing above. Fultz taking full control now. Just going to start taking out default cameras, establishing any kind of angles that he needs to watch the flank, and the rest of the OC drones are setting up to make sure that nobody flanks behind. Art's going to open up the hatch to help watch flank even more. Merc is inside of piano now, opting not to open up that mirror window, which could be an issue if Filthy decides to flank the way that he did before. But they are going to be looking through the hatch. Now Merc coming down yellow staircase, looking for any mute jammers he might be able to take out, but the wall is going to get opened up as the Thatchers are going off. Both sides getting opened up. And now Merc on yellow stairs is in a great position to watch any kind of what to watch for the plant, really, as he now knows that Jaeger's on the staircase and is going to get pre-fired immediately. Goni playing behind the Mira is going to have to keep watching yellow staircase, but Merc is in the best position possible as he's now going to go back and watch the spiral staircase. This is literally perfect positioning from Merc, and he's going to take down Filthy, who got him earlier. And now Merc going to be pushing aggressively as the plant's most likely to be going down. Cloudstruck's going to get taken out. Merc looking for his 4th kill of the round. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Now going to try to go for the ace onto Affected, but Fultz is going to steal it.
Unable to
And
get it.
GG.
Merc is not happy that he's getting disconnected. That'll do it, though. OC will take it 7 rounds to 3. Aura will fall in map number 3, and OC will move on to the semifinals of the North America Challenger League playoffs. I believe those matches will be played tomorrow.
Get confirmation from the players. See if they know.
Let me double check and see if those are being played tomorrow. I believe they are, though.
Yeah, the games are being played tomorrow. Did you hear me?
Yep, I'm just looking.
Yeah. So I guess that's going to be it for tonight.